Big NFL Week 18. We're not feeling 100% this morning. We still keep the ball rolling. 6 1 o'clock games. 6 1 o'clock scripts. Yesterday, we came on afternoon for the first taste of Week 18. We had the Steelers minus the 3. And in the second game, we rode the Colts money line. So we start off Week 18 at 1-1. Absolute catastrophe the way the game ends in Indianapolis between the Colts and Texans. Congratulations to the Texans and CJ Stroud and first-year head coach D'Amico Ryans. But we have 6 1 o'clock games. We have to pick and choose our spots. We have a game pick for every goddamn game today. We're going to run through the slate. We're going to run through Bucks Panthers, Browns Bengals, Vikings Lions, Jets Pats. If it lands under 31, the lowest total since 2005. Falcons Saints, win and you're in. The Bozos collide. Dennis Allen and Arthur Smith, stick around for that one. Jags Titans, Big Dick Daddy Doug going against Mike Vrabel, back against the wall, on the hot seat. Home dog Tennessee, Tannehill stepping under center. One last ride for Tennessee and the boys. We're going to do our best. Hang in there with me. Not feeling 100% this morning, but we're cruising through because there's no days off. It's an NFL Week 18, the final week of the regular season. I can't wait for the wild card, the divisional round, the championship round, the goddamn Super Bowl in Las Vegas. We're going to be so deep in the lab, I'm not going to be able to see straight. But until then, final Week 18 game picks. Let everyone get a chance to get in here. Let me tweet out the link one more time, or post it in the Discord, however, and get it on my Instagram story. We're going to run through 6 game picks, anytime touchdown scores. We're going to have our community touchdown parlay. where we put 4 guys in it. Hopefully it comes home. We put $100 on it and give it back to 3 people into the chat. All right. All right. With that being said, a happy new year to all in here in the chat. NFL Week 18, it's been a lovely time. Let's cut all the ads. Definitely cut all the ads out. Let's dive in. Game number 1, we're going to pack the bags. We're going to go travel to Bucks Panthers. We go to Carolina in a must-win game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield back against the wall. You know he's going to be going to his GOAT, Mike Evans. There's records on the line. Mike Evans needs to find the pie line, I think, twice. Mike Evans has an incentive, I think a record to find the pie line twice today in Carolina. However, this brings us up to our first narrative. Since 1990, obviously it's a big talk of Week 18. This is the main banner. This is the main billboard. Since 1990, eliminated teams from the playoff going against teams in Week 18 in a must-win scenario. The eliminated team covering at 61%. Eliminated teams from the playoff going against a must-win ball club to make it in the clinch playoff berth or have an opportunity for playoff berth. 61% of the time, the eliminated team is covering the spread. We have 4 scenarios, 4 situations of that being a case for an eliminated team today. It's the Carolina Panthers. It's the Tennessee Titans. It's the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the Chicago Bears. A lot of 4 o'clock games today. A lot of 4:25 games. We have 6 games at the 1 o'clock. But that leads us to our first point. If you go look at the game breakdowns and the game splits for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you can call your mom, you can call your neighbor, you can call your buddy from middle school. They're all riding this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on the ML. Willingly so. Baker Mayfield has a dog in him. Really tough week, coming off a really tough week last week for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Saints. The Panthers have been a weird fluke shit in the air, breathe it in, place the play in Carolina. We rode their money line a couple weeks back against Desmond Ridder and the boys. We had the Packers there -4 not too long ago. They came back from a 21-point deficit to only lose by 3 in the final moments of the game. Bryce Young's been getting a little frisky. He looks like a high schooler, don't get me wrong. But that's going to lead us to game pick number 1. We're going to follow that trend. We're going to follow that narrative. It feels sketchy. Breathe it in Carolina. There's fluke shit in the air. Give me the Panthers. Game pick number 1 plus 4.5. Opened at 5.5. Got bet down to 4.5. Some books, I was just looking at BetMGM, staring down the barrel of a 4-point spread. So people are continuing to come in. We're seeing that line drop with the public all over a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team in a must-win scenario. Are we going to ride that trend in every game today? No. However, in this scenario, we're going to back the we're going to back the Panthers at home against the Bucks for the Tampa Bay. It's a must-win game. It's a must-win game. And that's game pick number 1. That's game pick number 1. Our anytime touchdown score in that game, it's, there's a possibility he could bring in 2, but we're just going to ask for 1. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown today in Carolina. Carolina, Panthers plus 4.5, and Mike Evans, anytime touchdown. That's who we're rolling with for game number 1. Game number 2. Let's get some of these ugly games out of the way. Let's take a trip to a game that is nonsense, does not mean anything. Browns, Bengals, AFC North rivalry in division in Cincinnati. However, the Browns, they got a one-way ticket to the playoffs. The Bengals, however, do not. Jake Browning's going to be getting his reps in. Joe Mixon reps in. Jamar Chase reps in. On the opposite side of the ball, Jeff Driscoll is taking under center the 30-year-old who has bounced around the league quite often. Jeff Driscoll, former Cincinnati Bengal. This guy hasn't started, I believe, since 2020. He's taken some snaps, I believe, at points this year or last year. I forget. I was looking over some of his game logs last night. Jeff Driscoll stepping under center for the Cleveland Browns today. No signs of P.J. Walker, DTR, obviously Deshaun Watson out. The quarterback room is like duck, duck, goose right now in Cleveland, but they have their guy, Joe Flacco. It's a Flacco party. It's a Flacco Friday every Friday. However, Jeff Driscoll stepping under center. No Amari Cooper, no Elijah Moore, no Kareem Hunt, no Jerome Ford. I believe little limited snap count for Njoku. I don't even know why they would even have him in out of everyone on the team. The guy's a freak. The guy's a machine. He was dealing with a little bit of knee injury and also illness. I think he was sick this week. He was a limited participant in practice all week. So, Browns, Bengals, we're going to ride the Bengals minus the 7 because nothing else tells us differently. Obviously, key pieces on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball for the Cleveland Browns are missing. In division, at home, in Cincinnati, expecting them, end this season on a high note, get above 500. I believe this will be one of the only times in NFL history where all 4 teams end the season above 500. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. All AFC North teams ending the season above 500. So if that's a narrative and initiative to take the Cincinnati Bengals today, doesn't seem like a bad game script to me. So if you're just joining in, game number 1, we had the Bucks and Panthers. We went over since 1990, eliminated teams playing playoff teams. The eliminated team is covering at a 61% hit rate. Do we always love running those numbers and running those statistics and backing those numbers? No. However, we're for the people. We're trying to get just the message out there. We're leaking scripts, catching slips. Panthers plus 4.5 was game pick number 1. And we're riding Mike Evans anytime touchdown in Carolina today. Game pick number 2 doesn't tell us any differently to roll with the AFC North team at home, Bengals minus the 7. Give us the Bengals minus the 7. They're going against Jeff Driscoll. Driscoll hopefully will be in shambles today. And our anytime touchdown score today in Cincinnati, Jake Browning and him have had a clear connection. We're going to ride Jamar Chase. I don't hate Mr. Brown or Mr. Mixon coming out of the backfield for Cincinnati, but I'm going to ride Jamar Chase because why not? Obviously, like we said, a lot of key pieces on that Cleveland Browns defense will be out today because they got a one-way ticket to the playoffs with Mr. Joe Flacco. Shout out, chat, for a happy new year. Drop some of your favorite anytime touchdown scores into the chat right now here on Twitch. We appreciate all the follows. Final week 18. We started this show, I believe, week 4, week 5. It's been a pleasure. This is our first year, first season. We're only just getting started. We've had a blast with this show. It's been electric. We've cashed slips. We've leaked scripts. We come here for every bet you want to know, every bet you need to know. Game 3, we're heading to Detroit. Vikings, Lions. The Lions are kicking back. We'll run through all the playoff scenarios once we get through the game picks. But the Lions are kicking back with really nothing to play for. I don't think we're going to see Jared Goff for a full game, Jahmyr Gibbs, or David Montgomery. I don't know. And able for this game to be meaningful for the Detroit Lions, both the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles would both have to lose. Because if the Cowboys lose and the Eagles win, they flip-flop. However, if the Cowboys lose and the Eagles lose, then the Lions can jump both teams in the seeding in the NFC. So there's like 1 in 100 chance that both the Eagles and the Cowboys lose. We have a 5-point spread for the Eagles, a 13.5-point spread for the Cowboys going against both bottom tiers in the division. I think they might both be a little bit of statement games for both teams going out of the regular season on a high note going into the playoffs for both the Eagles. I know it doesn't really matter for the Eagles, but there's still momentum to be had. And there's coaches in that locker room and players in that locker room on the hot seat. And then for the Cowboys, obviously, they're coming off the 2-point conversion debacle. I think they lay it on the Commanders possibly today. I'm not sure. I think they win. Commanders possible backdoor cover. But back to Detroit. Vikings, Lions. The Vikings have this slim chance of making the playoffs. So one side of the ball, we have the Lions locked up, won the NFC North, can't really move in the playoff seeding. And on the flip side, the Vikings, what do the Vikings need for the playoff picture? The Vikings need, it's a tricky, I can't remember it off the top of the head. Remember, we're not 100%. We're sick this morning. The Vikings to make the playoffs. Paris, you need anything? Yeah. It's in the fridge. Steve, want to get that BLK water? Yeah, there you go. The Vikings to make the playoffs need to win. Here's our little sponsor there, BLK Water. Shout out the sponsor. The Vikings to make the playoffs need the Packers to lose, the Seahawks to lose, and the Bucks to lose. And the Vikings are in. The Vikings also make the playoffs with a Packers loss, a Seattle loss, and a Saints loss. So whoever loses that battle between the Bucks and the Saints, the Vikings are automatically over if they win. And then, enable for the Vikings to make the playoffs, they would need the Seahawks to lose in Arizona. That's a frisky game. That's a frisky game for Geno and the boys because that defensive side of the football for Seattle is fucking shaky. And then for the Green Bay Packers, seen everyone and their mother, one of the most public dogs of the week in the Chicago Bears. They're obviously playing for something. Justin Fields is playing for something. He's playing for his legacy in Chicago today. The Vikings have a path that I think a lot of people are counting out that is more possible than a lot of people may expect. Vikings need this game. Lions do not. I like the Vikings +3, +3.5. I believe we locked it in. Give me the Minnesota Vikings +3.5. I believe we locked it in at +3.5. This game matters to the Vikings. They have hope. There's a glimmer of hope. They can see the light of playoff berth if the Packers and the Seahawks lose. The Lions, they're not moving anywhere. They won the NFC North. The Cowboys and the Eagles would both have to lose today going against the Giants and the Commanders, enable for the Lions game to matter for Detroit. And with that being said, it's the Vikings +3.5. Nicky Mullins, can you do something for me? Nicky Mullins, can you do something for me? Our anytime touchdown scorer today in Detroit, the founding father of the Detroit Lions, Justin Jefferson. The man appears to always have himself a day, always have himself a game. Any game that is in the NFC North, Jay Jetta shows up. We had his anytime touchdown in Minnesota against the Detroit Lions, and we're going to roll the same thing 2 weeks later. Also, the Vikings are coming off embarrassment, coming off of a primetime game against Green Bay in division. What are the chances they then get embarrassed back-to-back weeks in division once again? I'm glad that Nick Mullins is under center and not Jaron Hall shit show. Vikings +3.5, I believe, has to be the side here. In Detroit, this game matters for the Vikings. Does not for the Lions. Justin Jefferson, gritting across the end zone now in Detroit. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown. So that's game pick number 3. We appreciate each and every single one of you being here with us this morning on this wonderful NFL Week 18 as we run through the slate for the 1 o'clock. If you're just joining us, we appreciate all the follows here on the Twitch channel. Happy New Year. Bucks, Panthers, we locked in the Panthers, plus 4.5. Browns, Bengals, AFC North in division. Browns resting, Bengals playing. Give us the Bengals minus the 7. It's a lot of points, but they're at home. Hopefully they end the season on a high note. Vikings, Lions, game number 3, taking a trip to Detroit. We just ran through the narrative there. Give us the Vikings, plus 3.5. So far, our 3 individual touchdown scores in those games. Mr. Mike Evans, if he catches 2, it's a record of some sort. I forget. In Cincinnati, it's Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown with Jake Browning. And in Detroit, we have Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown. We're not feeling 100% this morning, but we're battling through. So bear with us. 6 1 o'clock games as we go to our 4th 1 o'clock game. We got the T over here. A little T to help out. All right. All righty. Aye, Captain. How we feeling? Jordan from MB says, damn, I'm on the Bucks minus 2.5. Well, I'm afraid everyone else in the world is. Trust me, I don't want to sit back and watch the goddamn Carolina Panthers play this morning either. But it's just something I had to do. I don't have a choice. Public all over the Bucks. All over the Bucks. SRB Sniper 95 says, take DPJ. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Detroit. There you go. I'm a Birds fan, but I can see Saquon walking in today, says C-Stein 9220. Corey Littleton says CD. CD Lamb, don't hate that. How else are we feeling in the chat? Alex Murr, Herb1 says Eagles. Moneyline question mark. We'll get to that game. All right. Drop your favorite anytime touchdown score into the chat because we're going to put $100 on an anytime parlay. And once it smacks, hopefully we can bring home the last one of the season. We'll give back the proceeds to 3 people in the chat. So if it's for $1,500, if you're here in the Twitch chat and drop a follow, we're going to give away $500 to 3 people who are here in the chat right now. If we can cook, if we can get deep in the lab, put on the gloves, throw on the goggles. Let's take a trip next. We have the good, the bad, the ugly in NFL Week 18. We have the good, we have the bad, and we have the ugly. A little rain in MetLife. I believe there's snow in New England. Pack the bags. Jets, Patriots. As I said on the pregame, if this total lands under 31, I feel like I'm watching an Iowa Hawkeye game. If this over-under lands under 31, it will be the lowest total since 2005. I think I just saw it at 29.5. It's snowing. It's a shit show. Usually I feel like when these totals are this low, it tends to go over. But if it's this low, I don't think we have a choice than to take this under. We might have to take this under. We don't take over-unders a lot in the NFL. We don't take over-unders a lot on this show. But I don't know if this game lands under 30.5, we may have to take this under. But with that being said, let's get into the little game script. Let's get into the narratives. Obviously, it's a coin flip football game. We got Trevor Siemian and Bailey Zappi hour. Zappi has not looked bad. We've seen signs. We've seen glimpses. I think his best ball is when he's on prime time. We saw him go into the Steel City, get the job done there through 3 touchdowns in the first half. Then, on Christmas Eve, it was the Christmas Eve disaster. The Grinch who stole Denver's Christmas was Bailey Zappi. He went into Mile High into Broncos country and stole a win. Again, there it was. It's not Week 18, but that was a must-win game for the Denver Broncos. And look what happens. The Panthers go, or excuse me, I was going to get to the Panthers, but the Patriots go in there and steal a win. We could see these same scenarios happen today. For example, with the Panthers and the Bucs, or the Titans and the Jags. These eliminated teams from the playoffs, ruining everything, throwing fan bases in shambles, with teams trying to make a W, get a win to make it into the playoffs. So obviously, Jets, Patriots, the total, the under screams, shoots off the page immediately for us. But the real narrative here, though, is Robert Saleh in division on the road is 0-8 in the AFC East. That's a problem. That's a red flag. Red flags go up immediately. And obviously the other narrative on the flip side of the football is this could be Billy Belichick, big bad Billy Belichick's last game in New England. So those narratives definitely are contradicting each other. Robert Saleh on the road, 0-8 in division, Bill Belichick, last game in Foxborough. I would trust Bailey Zappi 9 times out of 10 over Trevor Siemian. What has Trevor Siemian shown us for me to sit here and tell you to back him? I feel like sharp action, the sharp play would probably be the Jets here. But I don't think I can get around on it. Trust me, don't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. For the sake of the show, we give a game pick for all 6 or the entire 1 o'clock slate. The best play in this ball game in New England is the under. I don't care if it's under 31. I don't care if it's under 30.5. I don't care if it's under 29.5. Give me the under for Jets Pats. And then this feels public because I know a lot of people are probably thinking that Bill Belichick narrative, and a lot of people probably don't like the Jets. And the Patriots are at home. But in Foxborough, I have to ride Zappi. I cannot ride Trevor Siemian on the road in a cold game in January where there's probably going to be no points scored. I feel like Greg Zuerlein might end up screwing us because he definitely has the better leg in this game. But give me the New England Patriots as our 4th game pick minus the 2. Trust me, I don't want to watch this game at all today. I would rather watch the Panthers football than Jets Pats. You know what could be a really cool angle in this game is possibly taking a tie or no touchdown scored. Remember this right now at 11:33 Eastern Standard Time that the Jets and Patriots may just end in a tie. They go into overtime with no touchdown scored and they end in a tie on a missed field goal. Do you imagine the clip? That the Jets and the New England Patriots end in a tie today based off of a missed field goal. If that ends up happening, that would be something to tell the grandkids. Jets, Pats, the under is the play, more so than taking a game pick. It's a coin flip. Give me the Patriots minus 2, but I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. Our anytime touchdown scorer in this game is pretty fitting. It's the Patriots defense. Give me the Patriots defense anytime touchdown. I don't want to sit here and have an anytime touchdown scorer in that game, so we might as well go for glory. If you're just joining in, Happy New Year. We appreciate you. NFL Week 18. It's been a lovely time just starting this show from week 4 or 5 till now. We've had a blast with the chat, had a blast with you guys. We're just getting started. NFL Week 18. We start at 11:05 every NFL week. However, this is the final week. I know we're going to do something for the wild card, the divisional round. But we run through all the scripts, all the game narratives, every bet you want to know, every bet you need to know. We're cashing slips and leaking scripts. We appreciate each of the follows, all of the follows. We love you in the chat. I'm going to get to the chat in a second once we get through all 6 game picks. If you're just joining in, we have the Carolina Panthers plus 4.5. We have the Cincinnati Bengals minus the 7. We have the Minnesota Vikings plus 3.5. I do like that one. I do like the Vikings. The Vikings plus 3.5. We're not feeling 100% this morning. That's why we're We're a little off the edges. We're a little off track. Jets, Pats, we're going to roll with the Patriots, -2. But give me the under 30.5. Because why not? And that leads us to some of our more frisky games. Game number 5, game number 6. A win and you're in kind of game. A win and you're in. Any quarter to end scoreless right now is -137 in New England. Says Mayhem Cash. Love that. Keep dropping your favorite. Drop your favorite anytime touchdown scores into the chat because we need to get at the top of the hour. We need to put $100 on a community touchdown parlay so we can possibly bring that home and then give the proceeds to 3 people here in the chat. But with that being said, one of the more anticipated games of the 1 o'clock slate for NFL Week 18, the Atlanta Falcons taking a trip to the New Orleans Saints. Arthur Smith, Dennis Allen, the 2 biggest bozos in the NFL. I think they're up for both Bozo of the Year award. The loser of this game receives it. You know, they have the Offensive Player of the Year, the Comeback Player of the Year, the league's most valuable player. And you can check the lines right now on your local book for Bozo of the Year. And that right now, we're looking at, I think Arthur Smith's -350 and Dennis Allen's -275. But whoever loses this game in a must-win game, the 2 biggest fraud teams in the NFL, will probably bring it home. So the biggest Bozo of the Year award will either go to Dennis Allen or Arthur Smith, depending upon who loses this ball game. But with that being said, let's get into the game script. Let's get into the narrative. Dennis Allen coached teams are 4-16-2 against the spread coming off a win. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. Oh, Jesus. Just smacked the aux cord out of the speaker. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. A Dennis Allen coached team is 4-16-2. 20% against the spread coming off a win. What did they do last week? They had a glorious road win. They went down to Tampa Bay, a tough place to be, against a flaming hot Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Smacked them around. Sharp money, sharp action was on the New Orleans Saints. And now they get to come home to possibly win a football game and go to the playoffs. And what the hell are we doing? We're fading the shit out of them. Give us the Atlanta Falcons +3.5. In Taylor Heineke, can you do something for me? In We Trust. Falcons +3. Fade Dennis Allen. Fade Derek Carr. I can see Derek Carr yelling at his teammates now. But we just got in that Taylor Heineke is inactive. Oh, no. Oh, no. Inactives. Well, there's 2 key main inactives in that game. Alvin Kamara, inactive. And just now, Taylor Heineke, inactive. So Taylor Heineke, don't do something for me. We're going to be riding Desmond Ridder, but that's okay. We're still riding. Has that line... See, if the line hasn't moved off of 3... Wow. I just went to see the bets, and I just got sent a Carson Wentz anytime touchdown and a Carson Wentz first touchdown. So that's what's coming through the phone right now. Has the line moved? Has the line switched? Has it flipped? No, it's still 3. So Heineke being inactive to moving to Ridder, the line's still 3. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Michael Vick came back to play quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't care if Matt Ryan came back to play quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Falcons +3. We're fading Dennis Allen. We're fading Derek Carr. I can see Derek Carr bitching on the sideline now to his teammates for Olave running the wrong route or some bullshit. Give us the Falcons +3. Give us a Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown. and sound the alarms. We got 2 puppies in this game. Give me a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown. Because like we said, Alvin and the Chipmunks is inactive. So we love that. We love that. Ritter is starting. Yes, he is. But I don't care if Matt Ryan was coming out of the booth to play. Because Dennis Allen is 4-16-2 against the spread coming off. And plus, coming off a win. And plus, Dennis Allen, like early and mid year, boned us so many times. He boned us so many times. Also boned us a bunch at home. So we're riding the Falcons +3. Hell yeah. Now we're cooking. So yeah, we're riding a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown. We know once they get down in the red zone with no Alvin Kamara in a must-win game, they're going to give it to the man. He fucking just runs over people. He's a bruiser. The dude's a dog. The Swiss Army knife. Taysom Hill, give us an anytime touchdown. And on the flip side of the ball, hopefully someone can be in Arthur Smith's ear today to use their first-round pick, to use Bijan Robinson in a must-win game. Someone wake up Arthur Smith and tell him if he wins this game, they go to the playoffs. After this the fact that one of these teams gets into the playoffs today is absolutely wild. But with that being said, give us a Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown. Fuck. With that being said, give us a Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown today in New Orleans. So Falcons +3. If you're just tuning in, we appreciate you. Happy New Year, NFL Week 18. These have been the game picks so far. We have the Panthers +4.5. We have the Bengals -7. We have the Vikings +3.5. We have Jets, Pats under 30.5. But the show must go on. We have to have a game pick. It feels a little public. Pats -2. We have the Pats -2. And then we have one more game after this. And then we'll get into the good stuff. But game number 5, we have the Falcons +3. Heineke just ruled inactive. Leading us to our last game, Will Levis ruled inactive yesterday. So that leaves us with one of the most brutal coin flip, talked about games of the week. The NFL, we're taking a trip to Tennessee. We're taking a trip to the Tennessee. Doug Peterson, Mike Vrabel. Jaguars, Titans. Trevor Lawrence, now Ryan Tannehill. We already gave the statistic since 1990, eliminated teams, Tennessee Titans, eliminated teams, going against teams who need a win, Jaguars, who need a win, are covering at 61%. The eliminated team, that is, against the spread. So now we're staring down the barrel of a Jags-Titans team. I liked the Titans to possibly win this game earlier in the week. But with then doing a little more deep diving, a little more playoff scenario action, we have a Sunday night football game tonight between the Dolphins and the Bills. What did the NFL need yesterday? And what does the NFL need? There's two games. There's two games that will have that Sunday night football game with all eyes on it. There's two games that influence that Sunday night football game between the Bills and the Dolphins. It was Ravens-Steelers. Who did the NFL need in that game? The Pittsburgh Steelers to walk away with a win. Who is the next team? Who is the other game that the NFL needs to make tonight's game on Sunday Night Football for the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins for all the marbles? It is a Jaguars win. Because if the Steelers win and the Jags win, it is a must-win game for the Buffalo Bills. Go home or you're in. And if the Buffalo Bills lose the Jags and the Steelers are in. Don't forget, if the Jags lose, the Steelers are in, but the Bills are already in. So enable for tonight's game to be for all the marbles. The Bills either win the AFC East or are packing their bags and going home. The NFL scriptwriters, the NFL needs the Jacksonville Jaguars, Big Daddy Doug, to go into Tennessee and beat the Titans. But the only goddamn problem is Mike Vrabel as a home dog is one of the most profitable coaches in the National Football League. Mike Vrabel as a home dog is as good as they come. I believe there's only one man who has won more football games as an underdog, and now we're talking at home, and that's Mike Vrabel. And that's Mike Tomlin. So now we have Mike Vrabel staring down the barrel of being a home dog. I'm sorry, we're not feeling 100% this morning. But we have Mike Vrabel as a home dog. So it is a true coin flip. We're here, we're talking narratives, we're talking game scripts. Tannehill is absolutely brutal to back. The Jaguars secondary and the Jaguars as a whole have been absolutely brutal. After obviously last week, they finally got the juices flowing against the Panthers. So, like I said, earlier in the week, I like the Titans to possibly win this game. I think that is still a possibility, but I'm a little more hesitant on that. I am going to roll with the Titans on the spread. I locked in plus 5.5. However, I know the line's at 3. Okay, the line's back at 3.5. That's interesting because the line did jump up to 4.5, 5 last night once Will Levis was ruled inactive. So, okay, that's what we're locking in. We're locking in. Ryan Tannehill going against Trevor Lawrence. This could be possibly Ryan Tannehill riding off into the sunset. We know the narratives of an eliminated team. This is tough. This is brutal. We know the NFL wants the Jaguars to win. Enable for the Bills-Dolphins game to be for all the marbles. But give us the Tennessee Titans plus 5. Give us the Tennessee Titans plus 5. And with that being said, that's all 6 games. That's all 6 1 o'clock games. That's all 6 1 o'clock game picks. Let's get into the touchdown scores. But we have the Panthers plus 4.5. We have the Bengals minus the 7. We have the Vikings plus 3.5. We have the Pats minus 2. We throw in from left field another game pick under 30.5. Under 30.5 between the Jets and the Patriots. And then the Falcons plus 3. Dennis Allen, Arthur Smith, Bozo of the Year award on the line. And the final game pick, game number 6, the Tennessee Titans plus 5. It's like worlds are colliding. NFL needs this. Mike Vrabel on the hot seat, home dog. But eliminated teams are covering at 61% of time against teams who need the win. Ryan Tannehill's fucking starting. But on the other side, Trevor Lawrence and the boys got the juices flowing last week. What the hell is going on between that game? It's a coin flip, but give us the Titans plus 5. Chat, how are we feeling? When you get free time, can we talk about first touchdown scores? I know you got the script in your hands there. All right. Crazy Joe 6854. We will get to the first touchdown scores. But first, let me run down the anytime touchdown scores for the 1 o'clock slate. I just got texted Carson Wentz first touchdown. I know that game's at 4:25, but how about those puppies? Oh, that feels good. Remember to stick around for the beginning of the games as we give away a $25 free bet at the beginning of the first and second quarter. That is someone dropping their anytime touchdown score into the chat. So drop your favorite anytime touchdown score into the chat, and let's get into our anytime touchdown scores as we are an hour and 10 out of kickoff. In Carolina, give us a Mike Evans anytime touchdown. In Cincinnati, looking at the script here, Give us a Jamar Chase anytime touchdown. I don't hate Sidney Brown, though. Do not hate Sidney Brown. But we're going to roll with that Jake Browning, Jamar Chase connection. In Detroit, the founding father of the Lions, give us a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown. Jets, Patriots, Jets, Patriots. If it happens, this would be one hell of a script. Give us the Pats defense for an anytime touchdown. We have 3 more games left. Sound the alarms. We got 2 anytime touchdown scores today in New Orleans. We have Bijan Robinson. We're on our hands and knees. Arthur Smith, can you use your first-round draft pick? Bijan Robinson, anytime touchdown. And on the other side of the football, no Alvin Kamara. Give us a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown. This feels a little cookie. Feels like we got a little bit in the lab there. Feels like we got a little bit in the lab there. And in Tennessee, we know there's an incentive for DeAndre Hopkins, so screw it. We're going to sit back and not feel dumb if we didn't take it. Give us a DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown today in Tennessee. And on the flip side of the ball, this man had a career day last year in Tennessee. He's on the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's on the offensive side of the ball. Give us an Evan Ingram anytime touchdown in Tennessee. A place where he put up what? 160 last year and 2 tutties? Mama, there goes that man, Evan Ingram. Anytime touchdown, feed it to us in Tennessee. So those are our anytime touchdown scores in the 1 o'clock slate today. Stick around because during the 1 o'clock games, we're going to run them through the beautiful 4 o'clock, 4:25 o'clock. We're talking Packers, Bears. We're talking Rams, Niners. We're talking. What are the other games? We're talking Chiefs, Chargers. We're talking Seahawks, Cardinals. We're talking Broncos. What a 4 o'clock slate, 4:25. How could I forget? Eagles, Giants. Boston Scott. Could today be the day? Everyone was on it on Christmas. Everyone wanted the Boston Scott coming down the chimney under the Christmas tree on Christmas. But when you least expect it, could the Boston Scott touchdown happen in MetLife today? I think so. Everyone sleeps on it today, but everyone was hoping for it in their stocking on Christmas. MM609 fires into the chat with a Josh Allen anytime touchdown tonight on Sunday Night Foosball. Carrie Underwood, can you do something for me? C-Stein9220 says Kenneth Walker and James Conner anytime touchdown. Judy says, do you like a Breece Hall anytime touchdown? I would be lying to you if I said I did. You know why? Because why the fuck would I sit back and have to watch and sweat an anytime touchdown score today in New England? That would be brutal. Please, do yourself a favor and do not take an anytime touchdown score today in New England. It's snowing in Jersey. I like that for Jalen. Rain, sleet, or snow, he's ready to go. That quote was cool like 5 weeks ago when the Eagles were playing good, but now since they're in the gutter, it's not as cool anymore. Juddy, no, that was nothing. Juddy, that was nothing against you. I was just saying that we shouldn't take any time touchdown scores in New England, but he said it's too late because he already took it. All right, ladies and gents. I gave my favorite anytime touchdown scores for the 1 o'clock slate. Can we please put together the Week 18 miracle? I want the Week 18 miracle. Drop your favorite, if you're in this chat right now and you don't type in an anytime touchdown score that we can put together and bring together as a community and bring home for NFL Week 18, we saw a guy on Christmas hit a 14-leg anytime touchdown score parlay for fuck's sake today, can we come together as a community and bring home a Week 18 miracle? Can we do that? We said we like Justin Jefferson. We said we like Mike Evans. The 4 o'clock slate is glorious. We have a big game in Green Bay. We have a big game in Arizona. We have games all around the league. Our anytime touchdown score parlay is powered by Fliff. Don't always have the greatest. Scratch that. However, Bijan Robinson is a must. We got to take Bijan Robinson. Also, I feel like we should take some Cowboys today because they're going against a secondary and a D-line who can't stop the classic saying, they can't stop a nosebleed over there in Washington. So he's probably the most taken anytime touchdown scorer of the week. Also, I was dabbling into some passing tutties into a parlay as well, like Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns is minus 200. Not a terrible parlay piece. Justin Fields for 2+ passing touchdowns against a kind of weak secondary for the Green Bay Packers. Probably a high-scoring game this afternoon in Green Bay. Is plus 160 for 2+ passing touchdowns for Justin Fields. I got Justin Jefferson on my mind now. So obviously some of the guys that we're staring down the barrel for the Week 18 miracle. Tyler Boykmeyer 15 says Bijan and Brian Robinson. Nate the sports guy says Bijan Robinson gives me 1,000 yards there. Walk out of Tennessee. Henry touchdown says I am man 1980. Rashad White and K9 says Crazy Joe 65685. Hawkes 7417 says Evan Ingram. All right, let's go with Justin Jefferson. Can we get a stat check on the Mike Evans? Like, if he gets 2 touchdowns, it's like a record for some sort.
Closing out on 100 for his career. He has 2 today.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So he hits the 100 mark. Mike Evans hits the 100 mark on his career for touchdowns in a must-win game. That kind of smells like it. I think we could take a glory one. I think we could take like a glory. I'm taking Boston Scott straight. That's like a straight play. Look at this game. It's snowing in MetLife. Taking Boston Scott straight. We need to get to you guys got to stick around for the 4 o'clock slate. We will talk about the 4 o'clock slate. I know a lot of people then tune into the games once the 1 o'clock slate starts. But we're going to get to the 4 o'clock slate, and it's going to be glorious. For those just joining in, one more time, real quick, we took the game picks, 6 game picks. Panthers plus 4.5. Bengals minus 7. Vikings plus 3.5. Pats minus 2. Pats Jets under 30.5. Falcons plus 3. Titans plus 5. Those are our game picks. And my anytime touchdown scores were Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Pats defense, Bijan Robinson and Taysom Hill in one game, and then DeAndre Hopkins and Evan Ingram. Yeah, dude. Leonard Fournette for an anytime touchdown tonight, that would be electric. Lenny, Scott. I feel like this is a week also when a lot of teams don't care. This is a week where you can hit like fucking long shot glory anytime touchdowns of like third stringers. Like deep in the bag, like where Niners and Rams later on this afternoon, or like a crazy long, yeah, like use check, or later on today.
They always said that use check's now scored. That's all that happens. I'm taking use check right here. Because McCaffrey's out.
Like in a Chiefs Chargers game, probably going to be some wild shit, weird touchdown scores. Justin Watson, even though that's not weird. All right, so Justin Jefferson anytime. Guys in the talks, Mike Evans anytime. People really want Bijan Robinson. We can make it more than 4 legs today, too. We can go more than 4 legs. Let's go CD, right? We want CD Lamb in there. Some of the questionable guys who are like fringe, Evan Ingram, Taysom Hill. We're going to get to our first touchdown scores for the 1 o'clock slate as well to sweat. Juddy really wants Justin Fields. Who that boy Mike, says Taysom Hill. Or is that Tyreek Hill? I don't know. I feel like Kenneth Walker could be a good shout. Let's get the vibes up. Split this puppy on. Need one to close out on Sunday Night Football. C-Stein 9920. Yeah, need one to close out on Sunday Night Football. Could be Josh Allen. Is this thing gonna work, man? All right. We're crafting together our anytime touchdown parlay for the community. Let's go for glory. So right now we're thinking Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, CD Lamb. Can we go Kenneth Walker? Do we go DJ Moore? I want to take someone on Seattle. A cool anytime touchdown for tight ends could be like Evan Ingram, Taysom Hill, Cole Kmet, Trey McBride. There's so many guys, but I want to pick the right guys. We are at the top of the hour. We're trying to get together our anytime touchdown scores. Parlay. So we're looking at Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Josh Allen maybe to end the night. When's the last time where has Stephon Diggs been? Stephon Diggs hasn't scored in 4 weeks. And he scored 3 touchdowns against Miami last time. Chad, are you feeling what I'm feeling? What's Josh Allen's odds at?
Minus 130.
We're cooking deep in the lab. This is a live look in the lab. Yeah, dude, I have close to even odds for Josh Allen. He's minus 115, and that just scares me. Because, dude, he has 8 rushing touchdowns in the past 5 weeks. 5 straight games, 8 rushing touchdowns, and he's at minus 115. That kind of just, bro, that's sketchy as fuck.
For some reason, Mike Evans doesn't have an anytime touchdown.
Hell yeah. So week 1, Aaron Jones low-key owns the Bears.
Aaron Jones plus 120. Hasn't scored in like 5 or 6 days.
If we were to go with 4 gentlemen, right now, we would go with Justin Jefferson in a must-win game against the Lions, who are going to be, starting to sit guys. Guys aren't going to go to the full game. The Vikings make the playoffs if the Seahawks lose and the Packers lose. So if the Seahawks and Packers lose and the Lions can't move seeding unless the Eagles and the Cowboys lose, this is a must-win game for the Vikings. It's Justin Jefferson. Mike Evans, must-win game. Carolina Panthers, 2 away from hitting 100. We're deep in the labs. Get your gloves on. Get your goggles on. Dude. Bijan's due. Let me just throw that out there. Bijan's due. All right, we're cooking. We're in the lab. We're cooking. Oh my God, AJ Brown. This guy hasn't scored in a lifetime. AJ Brown hasn't scored in a lifetime. AJ Brown actually hasn't scored in a lifetime. Steve, any thoughts? Diggs, Allen, Lamb, Robinson, Evans.
What scores? DK Metcalf. Like, I try to bet around him every week and just keep scoring. It's fucking, no one can cover that.
Okay. We have a DK Metcalf shout.
Especially if
If we take fucking DK and like Jackson Smith and Jigba scores, Tyler Lockett scores. I'm going to be tight.
I've been betting Tyler Lockett every week. They don't. Tyler Lockett's not even a part of that offense anymore.
I also think D Hop has a
Does Julio Jones. I don't know about Julio, man.
I like Drake London.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
And if Jalen Reed's out, Romeo Dobbs. But Jalen Reed's in, Jalen Reed. Is Christian Watson back? He is. He's up on line ago.
He's like questionable every week. Yeah, Jalen Reed's questionable every week.
So is fucking.
Oh my God. And Xavier Howard's out. Like, Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown might be the lock of the century. He hasn't scored in 4 or 5 weeks. The last time he played Miami, he had a hat trick. There was hats on the field in touchdowns. He had 3 of them. I think we are currently so deep in the lab we can't even see. We are getting together our anytime touchdown score parlay. I have an ad on my side, which is no bueno.
DK's boosted on Underdog. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not going to trust TK. Right now we have a CD Lamb anytime touchdown, Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown, Mike Evans anytime touchdown. I don't know if I can trust AJ Brown, bro. Steve, can I trust AJ Brown? He hasn't scored.
In a year that like
He hasn't scored in a lifetime.
I wouldn't, because again I have a feeling the Eagles don't want the 2 seed.
We can't get it.
Huh?
We can't get it.
Yeah, we can. If Dallas loses. And the Lions, if Dallas
No, we.
Dallas loses,
Oh yeah. I
we
mean,
win the division.
we win the division. The Eagles win the division if Dallas loses and they win. But like, what are the fucking odds that Dallas loses? All right, let's just go with 4 gentlemen. All right, here's the debate. Right now, we have Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, and CD Lamb. Oh, wait.
Mike Evans is not available. So
So Mike Evans is a
an
new
alternate player.
Bruh. Hold on. I think we may have the 4-legger. Like, simple. All right. We can still ride that. Like, I'm still gonna make that the anytime touchdown score parlay, and it can maybe the line will pop up later, but we'll have it placed. So right now, chat. We love Bijan to score a touchdown, right? We love Taysom Hill to score a touchdown, right? But these are 4 anytime touchdown scores that we want to back. We want to go ride or die on. The Vikings and the Buccaneers are in must-win games. Let's ride Mike Evans, who is 2 away from 100 on his career. Let's ride Justin Jefferson, who loves to go off in NFC North matchups. He scored a touchdown 2 weeks ago against them. I think he does the same today with Nicky Mullins. They need this win. The Vikings need this win. And then we move to 4 o'clock with CD Lamb. He should have 2. He should have 3. Cowboys 0-3 against the spread in the last 3 games. How about that? And last but not least, Stephon Diggs, bring us home. I have plus 1,500. Yeah. I think we did it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's our 4-player anytime touchdown parlay. If you're here in the chat right now, we're going to put $100 on it. And when it comes home, we're going to give back $500 to 3 people into the chat. Nope. All right. TD parlay plus 1,500. You witnessed the cook. Evans, Jefferson, Lamb, Diggs. All right, the tweet's getting sent out. I'm also going to tweet out overall. We can put together a long shot one as well. Community parlay. All right, ladies and gents. See if you can grab the Doge. Nope, go. All right. Yeah, Kareem Hunt is not playing. All right, let's do a long shot. Let's get into our first touchdown scores. For those just joining in, happy holidays. We appreciate all the follows onto the channel. Drop a follow. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe you'll send good luck to all your bets today. NFL Week 18, our 6 game picks. The Panthers, plus 4.5. The Bengals, -7. The Vikings, plus 3.5. Love that one. Pats, -2. The Patriots and Jets, under 30.5. Let's roll with the Falcons, plus the 3. Jags, Titans. Give me the Titans, plus the 5. Our anytime touchdown scores in those games. In Carolina, Mike Evans. In Cincinnati, Jamar Chase. In Detroit, Justin Jefferson. In New England, Pat's defense. In New Orleans, we have Taysom Hill and Bijan Muckaluckin Robinson. Last but not least, Jags Titans. In Tennessee, we also have two DeAndre Hopkins. We know he has the incentive. And Evan Ingram, anytime touchdown. So those are our game picks. Those are our anytime touchdown scores. Can't wait to get into the 4 o'clock slate. But first, we had our anytime touchdown parlay be Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and Stephon Diggs. Our first touchdown scores. If you want to take these, if you want to sweat these, if you want to be a lunatic today on NFL Week 18, we're going to send it. First touchdown in Carolina, Mr. Mike Evans. He gets on the board quick, early, and often. Mike Evans, first touchdown today in Carolina. First touchdown in Cincinnati. Let's hold the phone here. Give me a Sidney Brown. First touchdown today in Cincinnati. Jake Browning steps back. Pressure comes, pocket collapses. It's a design screen. Sidney Brown catches it. A lot of open field. Runs down the sideline. Sidney Brown, first touchdown in Cincinnati. First touchdown number 3 in Detroit. First touchdown in Detroit today. We have Josh Reynolds. We have a Josh Reynolds first touchdown today in Detroit. Next, we're going to double dip in New England Patriots defense first touchdown. Yes, you heard it here. If it happens, they will say it's fake. Patriots defense in Foxborough, first touchdown today at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bailey Zappi, Trevor Siemian, Patriots defense first touchdown. In New Orleans, we are going to roll. See, with the inactive, I originally was rolling with Heineke. So as we often do, all right. Let's play action to Tennessee first touchdown. We're rolling with Trevor Lawrence. In Tennessee today, must-win game. Jaguars put the nuts on the table, get frisky with the feet. Trevor Lawrence first touchdown. But we are up for debate in New Orleans first touchdown. I meant Chase Brown. Fuck, Chase Brown. Chase Brown. Sidney Brown's on the Eagles. First touchdown in Cincinnati, Chase Brown. Running back behind Joe Mix. The guy gets frisky with his legs, frisky with his feet. Chase Brown, first touchdown. Excuse me, like I said, we're not feeling 100% this morning. We are under the weather. Chase Brown. Thank you to the chat. Need a little read option here for New Orleans first touchdown. We love the game picks at 1 o'clock. They're all sweaty. They're all frisky. The 4 o'clock game picks, we're going to get into them. In New Orleans, I'll be down to ride Tyler Algier because Arthur Smith's an idiot and refuses to give the rock to Bijan. We love Bijan. We love Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown. So why not handicap it on both sides where if they're down on the goal line, we have Algier for the first touchdown. And if it's Bijan, we have him for an anytime touchdown. So give us Tyler Algier first touchdown today in New Orleans. So that's every game pick. That's every anytime touchdown score. That's every first touchdown score. All right. Let's tweet out. Who are some of the friskiest anytime touchdown scores for Week 18? Like in this Browns-Bengals game. Like Cedric Tillman. Plus 550. Tanner Hudson plus 430. Who else are we staring down the barrel of? What about this Ram? Carson Wentz anytime touchdown. That's frisky. Demarcus Robinson anytime touchdown. Could definitely see maybe a little Ayuk anytime touchdown. I feel good about our four anytime touchdown score community parlay for Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, and Stephon Diggs. Like I said earlier, some of the tight ends that are frisky. Evan Ingram, Taysom Hill, Cole Kmet, Trey McBride. Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson. Let's look at this tight end parlay. Remember, Stephon Diggs, incredibly due. A.J. Brown, incredibly due. Dude, that's so frisky.
AJ Brown's boosted on it, but they don't have his yards up.
Because they don't know how much they're going to play. Boston Scott. This is a special little tight ends. I loved someone pulled out earlier. Donovan Peoples-Jones, that could be a shout. That could be a shout from the rooftop. Chase Brown's going to get frisky today. Boston Scott's going to get frisky today. I love our first touchdown scores. I love our game picks for the 1 o'clock. I love our anytime touchdown scores. Let's dabble a little bit into the 4 o'clock, ladies and gents. Remember, if you're just joining in, since 1990, eliminated teams are covering at 61% of the time against teams who are in a must-win. Earlier, I tweeted out the elimination teaser, because those are the 4 teams going against teams who need a win to make the playoffs. So the elimination teaser in a 6-point tease plus 250 is the Titans plus 9.5, the Panthers plus 10, the Bears plus 9, the Cardinals plus 9. So we're adding basically 6 points to the trend on the table. Gotta love what we're putting down. Jay Jettas, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, Leonard Fournette, some of the frisky touchdown scores that we've been talking about in the chat today. Chase Brown, Boston Scott, Leonard Fournette, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Carson Wentz. Those are some of the long shot anytime touchdown score that we were talking about. MM609, Philly D anytime touchdown. We rolled with Patriots D anytime touchdown in Foxborough. 4 o'clock. The 4 o'clock's frisky. We're a half hour till kickoff of the 1 o'clock, but let's run through some 4 o'clock picks on this lovely Week 18. We appreciate each and every follow onto the channel. All right. Let's start off with one of the most anticipated games of the weekend. Let's take a trip to Green Bay. The Cheeseheads taking on the Bears. Justin Fields, obviously, on a little tour right now of why he should be the quarterback for the Chicago Bears, or is it a showcase for the Atlanta Falcons? Who knows? However, the Chicago Bears are, I believe, the largest. They're one of the largest, if not the largest, public dog of the week on the road. Obviously, Packers coming off the the NFC North blowout on that primetime game against the Minnesota Vikings. They now come home, and here we are 1 year later, where the Green Bay Packers have a chance at home to clinch playoff berth against an in-division opponent. Rewind to last year. Detroit takes a trip to Green Bay. Green Bay wins, and they're in. Jamal Williams runs for fucking 2 or 3 touchdowns. Looks like Barry Sanders. It was a disaster in Green Bay on a primetime game. Aaron Rodgers walks off the field. They thought it was his last game. Everyone and their mother is on this Chicago Bears team today. But when you break it down from their splits at home to being on the road, I don't know how to completely back the Chicago Bears team. I have trust in number 10 under center for Green Bay. When you look, everyone's hyping up this Bears team, and it's based off of winning their last 4 or 5 games. But let's go through those 4 or 5 games. They win a 12-10 game, prime time against Josh Dobbs, a game they shouldn't have even won. Josh Dobbs, threw 3 interceptions, 4 interceptions? Next week, everyone and their mother knew that the Lions coming to Chicago to Soldier Field, Jared Goff playing outside, the Bears blew the game 2 weeks before. Everyone knew it was a horrible spot for the Lions, a money spot for the Bears. Bears were like plus 2.5, whatever it may have been. We hammered it on the Bears. Bears win that game at home. Bears then take a trip to Cleveland. They blow that game. So that was their loss in their last 5 games. And then everyone's bought back in completely. After that Cleveland game, everyone's like, same old Bears, blow the double-digit lead in the 4th quarter. Joe Flacco slings, Amari Cooper 61-yard touchdown. Everyone's out on the Bears. Then, at home, against a frisky Cardinals team, Kyler Murray plays like balls. Their defense buzzes. Obviously, they've had improvements on the defensive side of the football. Bears beat the Cardinals. Then last week, the Falcons are overvalued because they're coming off a win against the Colts at home. And then they travel on the road with Heineke to Chicago. The Bears get that win, and all of a sudden everyone's bought back in on the Bears after winning 2 games against the Cardinals and the Falcons at home. Now we're staring down the barrel of Jordan Love knocking on the playoff door, a Packers team and a Packers fan base who are in this same scenario as last year. What are the odds that it happens back-to-back years at home in division opponent taking a trip to Green Bay and eliminating them from playoff berth? The most heavy public road dog of this Sunday in the National Football League. I don't know if I can back it. I don't know if I can get behind it. I haven't seen a lot of people on the Packers. All I've seen is people buying in, juicing up, getting behind the Bears. Could the Bears come out and win today and the Packers are in shambles? Sure. But I can't back the hype of the Chicago Bears going on the road, going against this Green Bay Packer team at home. Give me the Packers minus the 3. An anytime touchdown score I like in that game. It's tough because we have a lot of question marks. We have a lot of questionable guys. We were just talking earlier in the season. Romeo Doubs caught 2 touchdowns against this Bears team. I don't hate a Romeo Doubs anytime touchdown. Chat was talking earlier about a Justin Fields anytime touchdown. Maybe getting frisky with a Cole Kmet anytime touchdown. So yeah. Also, Aaron Jones. He also had 2 touchdowns in Soldier Field at the beginning of the year. I'm a little hesitant on Aaron Jones. Obviously, they mix in A.J. Dillon. This defensive front is pretty tough for the Bears, the matchup. It's tough to say. This is a frisky pick. I feel like it's a nuts-on-table pick for a favorite at home trying to make the playoffs. Only based on the entire public being on the Bears. Everything I've seen is picking the Bears. This is Justin Fields. This is his time. This is his legacy in Chicago. But let's flip the script. Let's flip the narrative. It's Jordan Love's time. It's Jordan Love's legacy in Green Bay. Give me the Packers minus the 3. Christian Watson's obviously questionable. Jalen Reed, who's their Swiss Army knife, is questionable. Hopefully, we can figure out later on today to be able to lock in a touchdown, anytime touchdown scorer in that game. But right now, if I were to have to decide an anytime touchdown scorer in Green Bay, it would be DJ Moore. We're just tossing a lot of names around. It'd be DJ Moore. I want to say Jalen Reed, but I'll go Romeo Doubs. Got to get the fluids still. Got to keep the fluids flowing. So that was the breakdown. That was the rundown for the Green Bay game. That's where I stand. Bears, I feel like, do this narrative often where they have people buy into the hype. It's the new Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is here. I would be really shocked. And there's something special going on in Chicago if Justin Fields walks into Green Bay today, slings the night away, gets frisky with his feet. I'd be shocked if the Packers, I would feel really bad for that diehard fan base being left in shambles in Week 18 once again. With that being said, let's go to Seattle and Arizona. The other playoff implication game on the line. I'm going to keep things short and sweet here. When we dial it back, when we peel all the layers off, when we sit back, we obviously talked about the trend of an eliminated team going against a team in a must-win scenario, covering at 61% since 1990. The Seattle Seahawks obviously dropped a bad one last week to Mason Rudolph and the Steelers, who are buzzing in Seattle. But we know we like, number one, this is number one. We like to fade bad teams off of big wins. Number two, usually, in general, no matter who the hell it is, we like to fade teams coming off emotional road losses. And number three, the Arizona Cardinals versus NFC West opponents, their last 14 games are 1-13. So those are three nuggets to start with. We now are staring down the barrel of the Cardinals going from plus 1.5 to plus 2, plus 2.5 to now plus 3. Coming off a road win in Philadelphia. And their spread has now gone from 1.5 up to 3. We have a Seattle team in division coming to town needing a win, which is scary, which is frisky, but it feels like this is a spot to fade the Cardinals. And let's say if this, I feel like narratives in this game, I feel like we are getting value in the Seahawks based on the fact that they lost last week and their defense has been getting shredded, and the Cardinals won last week, a fluke game, an absolute disaster last week in Philadelphia. So with that being said, I will be taking the Seattle Seahawks minus the 3. We are fading a team as a home dog coming off a road emotional loss. So give me the Seahawks minus the 3. It's hard to back, especially when they're 1-13 against NFC West opponents. It's hard to back. It's hard to stand behind. I think Geno goes in there. He ain't writing back. This is his time to possibly get in that playoff scenario, playoff berth. What does Seattle need to make the playoffs? They need a win and a Packers loss. So, a lot of teams need a Packers loss. The Seahawks need a Packers loss. The Vikings need a Packers loss. So that's game number 2 of 425 slate. With that being said, on to our next game. Chiefs, Chargers, SoFi. Surprisingly, shockingly, maybe it's because people early in the week didn't know that Patrick Mahomes was not playing. Coming out of BetMGM Statistics Analytics, the most bet on spread as of yesterday for NFL Week 18, percentage of bets, is the Kansas City Chiefs plus the 3.5. What the hell are we doing? The spread has now come down to 3. In this scenario, we have we have slight Travis Kelce. We have no Patrick Mahomes. We have guys who are not going to play full game for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll have a little nugget of Pacheco. We'll have a little nugget of Travis Kelce, if that even fucking means anything at this point, because the guy has been nothing but a bum the last, 6 weeks. On the flip side of the ball, we have an interim head coach. We have Easton Stick, and we have an initiative for Austin Eckler. That sounds like a team at home I want to back. Going against a Chiefs team who I'm kind of sick and tired of, for being honest. Kind of sick and tired of the Chiefs. No Patrick Mahomes. We're going against Blaine Gabbert. His first time stepping under center this season. Easton Stick has been getting in a groove, has been getting his feet under him. Obviously, that Kansas City secondary isn't the finest. Their defensive front is good, but I'm sure they're going to be also resting guys on that defensive side of the football. Easton Stick has slung the rock. Austin Eckler incentive. Interim head coach trying to make it happen. At home, in SoFi, in division, give me the Chargers minus the 3. When we see head coaches fired, when we see changes made, we see momentum and extra motivation coming from that ball club. I am not a fan of the Chiefs. There is no Patrick Mahomes. We'll see Nuggets. I feel like they barely looked like they gave a shit when they were playing on Christmas against the Raiders at home. I don't think there's going to be much really thought going into this game. There's more momentum on one side of the football than the other. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Bolts. Give me the Chargers minus the 3. What other games are there to talk about for the 125 slate? We have Broncos Raiders. We have Eagles Giants. We have Rams Niners. And we have Cowboys Commanders. What a beautiful NFL Week 18. We appreciate each and every single one of you joining us. We started this show this season. We appreciate all the love and support as we give back to you guys. You guys show us love. This has been a solid show. Just the start. We appreciate all the follows. We appreciate the follows here on the Twitch channel. As we come together for every bet you want to know, every bet you need to know. What's good? I'm getting handed a 50 for 1,000. 50 for 1,000 daily fantasy entry. So whether if you're riding on underdog or prize picks, this is a daily fantasy entry, $50 for 1,000. Leg number 1, Joe Mixon, 16 plus receiving yards. Higher than 16 plus receiving yards, 16 and a half. Leg number 2, Zamir White, higher than 73 rushing yards. 73 and a half rushing yards. Leg number 3, Stephon Diggs over 61 and a half receiving yards. Leg number 4, Trey McBride over 5.5 receptions. And leg number 5, Drake London, meet me at the London, higher than 42 and a half receiving yards. So to recap it, it's Joe Mixon receiving yards, Stephon Diggs receiving yards, and Drake London receiving yards. And then Zamir White's rushing yards with Trey McBride's receptions. I love all 4 bottom legs. The only one that worries me is Joe Mixon, just because they're getting Chase Brown in the mix in the passing game. So what was the backing of Joe Mixon receiving yards?
Because it's a must-win game, so they're probably gonna be leaning on the bet more than the rookie. Like Joe Mixon's gonna probably get more snaps, way more snaps.
Not necessarily. It's not a must-win, but it's for morale, going against a team with no one playing in the Browns.
Well, can they still? They're not eliminated, are they?
Yeah.
They're eliminated.
But never mind on the fucking prop. Never mind on the Joe Mixon receiving yards now. We're out on the Joe Mixon receiving yards.
I don't know now.
Zach Frogger gifted a sub.
Shout out Zach Frogger. Always showing love, dude. That guy is the GOAT. All right, so okay. That was a catastrophe what just took place. I like the bottom four legs. He had Stephon Diggs receiving yards. He had Zamir White's rushing yards. He had Trey McBride's receptions. I forget what the other leg was, but Drake London receiving yards. All right, let's get to LA Rams taking a trip to the Bay. Classic Shanahan versus McVay. We have a duel to start our 2024 with Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz. Earlier, I got a text message of a Carson Wentz first touchdown and a Carson Wentz anytime touchdown. My God, the living room is flooded. Grab the fucking the scuba equipment. Rams, Niners. This is how we're going to break it down. We saw Sam Darnold take some snaps against the Ravens when they were getting blown out. Didn't look horrible. However, any team going against the Niners with no McCaffrey, I feel like is an astronomical difference, both moving the football up and down the field and a red zone approach for the 49ers going against the 49ers. So no McCaffrey, no Purdy. That's like a death sentence. We obviously know Ayuk and Debo are going to be playing limited snaps. We have Carson Wentz taking the field for this first time in probably year and a half. I'm going to back Carson Wentz. I'm going to take the Rams +4. I love the possible comeback story of Carson Wentz. Obviously, the photos went viral of him in the preseason training with the Commanders helmet on and a Colts beanie and Eagles pants on, and it looked like he was a 3-leg parlay. The comeback story could be real. I'm pulling for Wentz. We obviously have seen snippets of him being great. That was pre-ACL tear, and now post has been really, really brutal. The decision-making hasn't been there. But let's see what McVay can cook. Let's see McVay cook. That's nothing against Shanahan. But also at the same time, there's also a wild playoff scenario that the Rams, if they win this game, have the possibility to go play Detroit. And if they lose, they play Dallas. So it's a very interesting take right now out of the LA Rams, kind of resting Stafford. Puka's going. Cooper Kupp isn't. I don't know how much of Kyron Williams we will see. But it's an interesting take that the Rams aren't going for a win today. Because if you're McVay and Stafford taking a trip to the old stomping grounds, Matthew Stafford back in Detroit for a playoff game to start the tournament off, seems a little questionable not to go for a win, to lock that in, going against no Purdy and no McCaffrey today in division, than letting it slip and losing and then possibly having to go play the Cowboys instead. Interesting take. I'm still gonna believe in them. I still think there is that little motivation. I'm gonna back Wentz. I think this is a coin flip game. NFC West, no Purdy, no McCaffrey is massive for both throwing the football, controlling the ground game, red zone. Obviously, the guy's a freak. 25 touchdowns, however many he may have. Give me the Rams +4. This could definitely be within a 4-point game. Give me the Rams +4. And that leads us to, let's go to Cowboys Commanders. Obviously, the Cowboys need to win this game because if the Eagles were to also beat the Giants today, they would regain the NFC East. Cowboys Commanders, absolute shit show. Sam Howell, most sacked quarterback in the league. Their defense is obviously Swiss cheese. I'm sure I'm not the first guy to be telling you that. Cowboys, Commanders, in division. Cowboys need to win. Cowboys coming off 3 straight games without covering the spread. Obviously, they're coming off the Saturday night game, the Brad Allen catastrophe. They should have lost that game. Ineligible. The assumption of Brad Allen that number 70 was checking in as eligible and not 68, Mr. Decker, crushed the Lions. Cowboys get the win. Cowboys are now at the top of the NFC East. However, I think it's just too many points. I'm going to put it out there. The Cowboys already blew out this team and the Commanders. The Commanders are always, the Commanders always battle in division. These NFC East teams, no matter how bad the Commanders are, no matter how good an NFC East rival, whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's the Eagles, we saw them almost they went to overtime with the Eagles this year. The Commanders did. We saw a lot of last second, very sweaty games between the Eagles and the Commanders. I think it's too many points. This could be a 20-point game in the Commanders' back door. We love that CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown in this game. It's in the parlay. But give me the Commanders plus 13.5. Too many points in that NFC East in Washington. Just too many points in the NFC East for the Commanders. Give me Washington plus 13.5. So 425 if you're just joining us. We have rolled with the Packers -3. Gave a long rundown and description, a little narrative on that, why. We also rolled with the Seahawks -3. Taking a trip to Carolina, we are fading the home dog, coming off an emotional road win. Also, a little extra motivation here in SoFi, here in town. Chiefs, Chargers, interim coach. Blaine Gabbert, first time stepping under center this season. Obviously, no Chad Henne. Shout out Chad Henne. It's Blaine Gabbert. So, Easton Stick is kind of getting his feet under him. Intern head coach, a lot that usually brings motivation for the boys to play. A little bit harder for changes being made. Give us the Chargers -3. We then took a trip to the NFC West. McVay, Shanahan, classic rivalry, but unfortunately not really today. We are rolling with the Rams +4. I am very excited. I don't know why, but I'm excited to watch Carson Wentz versus Sam Darnold. I might be the only guy with a little bit of excitement to actually tune into that one. That should be exciting. Boston Scott going to score all my life, says Alex85_. Dylan Braille says, you really like the Falcons? I do. Kamara, no Kamara for the Saints. Dennis Allen, Bozo, Derek Carr, Bonehead. We have Desmond Ridder. I would have liked it more with Heineke, but we're rolling with Desmond Ridder. Hopefully he has a little motivation after getting benched. Hopefully this could be a little comeback story for Desmond Ridder, said no one ever. But let's see what we can cook up today in New Orleans. Answer in the chat here. Luke Horace, dude, sup. Shout out Luke, dude. He was in the stream yesterday when we were cooking up for the Steelers and cooking up for the Colts. So take Scott anytime touchdown. It's no Swift. Yeah, I'm gonna send out that tweet. I'm gonna send out the tweet. We have a first quarter free bet to the community. Shout out Go Python _ as we always give away a $25 free bet to someone in the chat at the beginning of each quarter. Today it's going to Go Python for a Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown down in New Orleans. But with that being said, we have a couple more 425 games. If you're just joining us, Packers -3, Seahawks -3, Chargers -3, my God. Rams +4. And again, it's the 4 o'clock slate filled of threes. I'm worried because we're on a lot of the favorites here. But Broncos, Raiders, I for some reason saw a lot of people backing the Broncos here on the road. Sean Payton, no motivation for them. after Russell Wilson gets benched. I feel like it's a lot of shambles right now ever since they lost that primetime game to Bailey Zappi at home in Mile High. I don't know, man. It's. I feel like Antonio Pierce is still fighting for something, is still showing. Like, Antonio Pierce doesn't want to go out with a loss today. And that might be a very public view of looking at this game. Oh my God, dude, the game picks, they all just took Buffalo. That's a fucking problem. Watching Sunday Countdown, all 5 of them just took the Buffalo Bills. What's the worst thing that could happen there? But I feel like Antonio Pierce is still fighting for something, still motivated. Same with the boys on the team. Aiden O'Connell, there's hope. There's life there a little bit. He's still getting his feet under him. Zamir White, he ran like a dog. He's been running like a dog. He did it in Kansas City. They're obviously coming off a close loss in Indianapolis against the Colts. Now they get to come home. They're -3. Very interesting narrative. Not a lot of people are going to think, but that's why you come to the show. Jared Stidham stepping under center against the Broncos. He was playing a little quarterback for the Raiders last year. So now he's back at it in his home turf. So Jared Stidham stepping back, going against his former team of last year in the Raiders. And Aiden O'Connell still figuring out the way. You know, he's still going towards the light. But I'm going to back a more motivated Las Vegas Raiders team, which is funny. Like, I feel like the 4 o'clock slate has been the slate of motivation. The 4 o'clock slate is the slate of motivation. And that's why we're rolling with the Seahawks. We're rolling with the Chargers. We're rolling with the Raiders. So give me the Raiders -3. Because, like we said, Antonio Pierce is still, he's still going for that job. He wants that job. Antonio Pierce will get the boys up. Will get the boys motivated. Give me the Raiders -3. Luke Croy says, I need help. Hell yeah. What do you need help on? Crazy Joe 6854. I got to go Jags. NFL scriptwriters want the Jags. They need the Jags for that Sunday night football game in Miami to be for all the marbles. So, 1 o'clock slate. We have 3 minutes till the 3 o'clock slate. We still have the Eagles and Giants game to go over for the 4 o'clock. That was the last 4 o'clock game. The 4 o'clock game picks. Packers -3. No one wants to hear it. No one's on it. Give me the Rams +4 and Carson Wentz we trust. What else did we have cooking? Give me the Seahawks -3. Give me the Seahawks -3. We're fading the home dog coming off an emotional road win. We have hopefully a motivated Chargers team. Brandon Staley gone. Going against Blaine Gabbert. Give me the Chargers -3. And then last but not least, we'll keep things short and sweet. Hopefully the Eagles can build a little bit of momentum today. A lot of people. Another seems like public dog almost are on the Giants. All I've seen is, for this 4 o'clock slate, all I've seen is Bears and Giants. Bears and Giants. Bears and Giants. Both dogs. What did all I see yesterday? Ravens. They're a dog. But I also saw all Texans. So sometimes goes back and forth. But it's telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm interpreting all over social media, all over the TV. There's a lot of Bears and a lot of Giants plus the points. So that's why we have the Packers -3. And I'm going to roll with the Eagles -4.5. Hopefully they can get a little spark of momentum, even though they don't care about this game a lot. I know they don't care about this game a lot, but maybe a little bit of spark. A lot of people in the hot seat in that locker room and on that coaching staff for the Eagles. So give me Philadelphia -4.5. That's a slate covered.
So I heard Mixon totally is dead. If he hits 2 total TDs today, he hits $100K contract bonus.
Oh, damn. Beat him.
Joe Mixon incentive. 2 touchdowns, 100K.
Joey Mix.
Total.
If he even cares about 100K.
Joey Mix.
Jadainian Clowney, though, getting over a half sack for 750K, like, that's some shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What did they think? You just, like, they probably gave him that incentive because they're like, no shot he plays the whole season. It's fucking Jadainian Clowney.
What on line? Oh, come on, Joe. One catch for 20 yards and a half.
He's 15.
16 and a half.
16.
It's doable. For our 1 o'clock picks for the people who wanted, just to clarify, it's Panthers plus 4.5, Bengals minus 7, Vikings plus 3.5, Pats minus 2, Titans plus 5. So it was at the 154 mark. There was one point where I did like the clear rundown for the anytime touchdown scores for the 1 o'clock. So hopefully,
Yeah, I'm gonna put that record up.
no, I was just saying for a clip, for clippage. Let's eat, Alex. Let's fucking eat, boys. Still rolling with your game picks to 100 grand. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully we imagine this sweeping. Imagine sweeping NFL Week 18. What the hell's going on with the TV? Let me get up that Boston Scott fucking tweet right now. Oh my gosh, he's plus 300. He's plus 300 with no DeAndre Swift. Oh, for the vibe, for the vibe. All right. Bengals getting the ball first. Trevor Lawrence coming out for his first possession. Panthers just kicked off to the Bucks. Will you put up the 4 o'clock game stuff? We usually just run the graphics for the 1 o'clock, but if you need another recap for the 4 o'clock, it should be pretty easy to remember some of these spreads because they're all basically 3. It's the Seahawks -3, it's the Packers -3, it's the Chargers -3, and then the Rams +4. Remember Carson Wentz? We're going to back him today. Close our eyes and back him. The Eagles -4.5. And the Commanders, because they play every NFC East team tough. They're at home. They got blown out earlier in Jerry's World. Give us the Commanders +13.5. We'll give 4 o'clock touchdown scores in a little. Boston Scott's one of them. Alrighty, it's time to sweat these first touchdowns, anytime touchdowns, and the games. We already have a 3rd and 8 in Foxborough. Bailey Zappi, incomplete. They're going to punt it. They're going to pin the Jets, and we're going to get our first touchdown for the Pats defense. Bucks, first drive. Browns have the rock on a 3rd and 4 on their own 29. Jeffy Drisk. Oh my gosh. Jeffy Drisk intercepted. Jeffy Drisk with the interception. Appreciate all the follows from the chat today. Dude, my phone is tweaking. All right, past midfield for the Bengals. Vikings are going to start their drive after the Lions just punted. Midfield for the Jags. Evan Ingram with the catch, already 2 catches. Remember, what did we say about Evan Ingram? He had his career day last year in Tennessee. That's why we liked his anytime touchdown. Up. Saints punt. Saints punt. Saints punt. Buccaneers past midfield. Well, it is time to sweat these first touchdowns. There goes the Bangies. I don't know how Jeff Driscoll's going to play 60 minutes of football today. All right, boys are buzzing. Boys are buzzing. 2nd and 3 on the 34-yard line. Play action fake for Browning. Holy crap, that was a dangerous pass. Jets are already punting. Remember, we have under 30.5 in that game. So back-to-back picks in Cincinnati from Driscoll and Browning. This should be fucking fun. Oh my God, dude. What are we doing? Dude, like what? All right, just got the tweet up for Boston Scott. Boston. Can't believe already interception by Jake Browning. What are we doing? Bijan Robinson carry for a loss of 1. Sweet. Bucks just punted. Jags are driving. 3rd and 7 on the Tennessee 28. Big play here. Trevor forced out of the pocket, scramble. He doesn't get much, about 2 yards. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings at the 32. Browns are going to get their drive started after the interception by Browning at their own 24-yard line. The grandma call about the Bills Dolphins. It's Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown. It's Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown. The kick is up and good for the Jags. I'm very interested to see how Tannehill comes out. Nope, no. Oh my gosh. Noopy. Falcons. Falcons. On a 3rd and 5. Chat, how we feeling? No touchdowns yet. Boston Scott. It's a shit show. Let's go, Falcons. Oh my gosh, Bijan. Bijan. 2nd and 1, Arthur Smith. Give it to Bijan. Go. Go. Gosh, he's so good. Like, how do you not give him the ball more? I just don't understand. Jeff Driscoll steps back. Ball's. Oh my God. Should have been picked. Dude, like, the Browns shouldn't be able to move the football today. They have no running game, and it's Jeff Driscoll. Look at the Bengals -7. The Patriots is literally going to end in a tie. Update as well, we are only going to halftime today. So we're going to sweat these first halves and then get back to other biz. Bro. Who's 85 on the Falcons? Get him out. What are you doing, dude? You out of your mind? 15-yard flag for unnecessary or unsportsmanlike. Yeah, playoff game on the goal line. And you just got pushed back 15 yards. There goes fucking Bijan. 4th and 20 for the Browns, punting at their own goal line. The Bengals should win this game by 30. Nice. All right, so the Bengals are going to start their drive. Vikings 4th and 4 at the 36. Fumble? What? Bruh. Uh-oh. Derrick Henry's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. I think Arthur Smith hates rookies or something, or fantasy football, or just football in general. Hey, the loser of this game between Arthur Smith and Dennis Allen will receive the Bozo of the Year award. Ritter hands the ball off to Algier for a gain about 2. Oh my gosh, DeAndre Hopkins really wants that incentive. One-handed catch on the sideline from Tannehill. I wonder where Derrick Henry goes. I feel like wherever he goes, he's just going to be washed. I don't know. Or what if he goes to a good team with a good pass game? Imagine if Derrick Henry was like on a team with a very effective passing game. I feel like he would be like, oh my gosh, that's London? Oh my gosh. Falcons. We had Algier first touchdown, but I don't give a shit because we got Falcons plus the 3, baby. Remember, Steve, the underdog money lines that we have at 1 o'clock are the Falcons, the Titans, and the Vikings. We have 3 underdogs at 1 o'clock money line. Vikings, Falcons, and Titans. Bro, the Vikings need to sack up, bro. Oh my gosh.
Spears.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the Titans. Titans came to play. Titans played to play. I'll give you $1,000 if your game picks hit. Which ones? Tannehill 1st and 10 down to the 32. Jets have the Rock at their own 37. Extra point is good for Atlanta. Buccaneers starting their drive from their own 22. Feel like that one's going to be a barn burner. Lions 2nd and goal on the 2. And the Bengals, first play of their drive off of the punt, is to Chase Brown. 1st and 10. Oh, what a play. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, shit. Dude, that play was crazy in Tennessee. Tannehill, if you would have one-handed catch that and then fucking ran. 2nd and 8 from the Bengals. Run play again. We playing conservative football? What's going on here? Oh, Laporta. That play was crazy in Foxborough. That's insane. Gonna set up a 3rd and about 6 in Tennessee. 3rd and 9 for the Bengals. Oh my gosh, what a dot. All the way down to the 24-yard line for the Bengals.
Charlie Jones.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
So the punt return sets up the Lions touchdown. Is Hopkins okay? He just went down. 3rd and 6. Big play from the 28-yard line for the Titans. Play clock at 4. Tajee Spears motions down. It's a running back screen out into the flat. Tajee Spears breaks all of them. Tajee Spears breaks all of them. Gone. Someone said earlier in the chat, Tajee Spears, I promise, touchdown. Chat is always sharp, bro. Anytime I look at a chat call or say something about the chat, fucking always hits. So that probably means Donovan Peoples-Jones will probably score today.
Green wave.
So glad I didn't touch anything in this Jags game besides the Titans +5 and have that Titans money line. We're just going to need the Vikings to sack up. Paris, want to crack that door behind you? Browning. Oh, flag. Holding in the backfield for the...
I just don't know. He's just fucking around. Stupid. You just want McDonald's. You're not getting McDonald's.
We got a holding on the Bengals. Tennessee, extra point is good. Kickoff for the Lions. Kickoff for the Bengals. 1st and 20 for the Bengals. Kickoff for the Titans. Kickoff for the Lions. 1st and 15 to start out the drive for the Saints. Dennis Allen is in shambles. No blood drawn yet between the Bucs and the Panthers. Patriots are going to start a drive at their own 3-yard line. That's a problem. I wish it was the Jets because we have the Patriots anytime touchdown. 1st and 20, ball on the 27. It's a handoff to Joe Mixon. There goes Joey all the way down to the 10-yard line. He got past the first level, easy second level. All right, going to set up a nice second down for the Bengals. Let's see Jamar Chase anytime or Chase Brown first touchdown. It's like confusing because Robert Saleh is a good coach, I feel like, but he's like trash. So Joe Mixon is going to score the first touchdown, and then later in the game he's going to score another touchdown, and he's going to get $100,000. So that's what we're doing because there's no shot they're not going to give it to him here on the 1-yard line. There's no shot. Deep ball for the Saints, setting up a 1st and 10 on the Atlanta 41. Baker Mayfield 3rd and 5 from their own 38-ish. Deep shot. Oh my gosh. That's Joe Mixon, number 1. No bay. No stay. No. Kickoff in Tennessee. So we got a touchdown on the board for the Bengals, touchdown on the board for the Lions, Falcons. Bengals -7, Vikings +3.5, Titans +5, Pats -2, Falcons +3, and the Panthers +4.5. Just got the punt. Going to start their drive from 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Very sketchy. Almost Bailey Zappi almost just got picked off on his own 15-yard line. Still a 0-0 ball game there. We have Taysom Hill lining up in the shotgun. There goes Taysom. Dude, that guy's a freak. I don't understand why why isn't he just the primary? Taysom Hill's so hard to tackle. Why isn't he just the primary, running back? I would use Taysom Hill so much, it's nuts. If I was the coach of the Saints, Taysom Hill would be the best player in fantasy. I would have him passing the football, receiving the football, running the football. Looks like the Saints are about to tie this ball game up 7-7. Jets are going to start their drive from the Pats' 38-yard line. And it feels like 3 points there. This dude's going to have a career day. Setting up 2nd and long after a hold. Brees Hall, screen pass, nothing. There is yet to be a first down. This is now what? The 4th drive in New England? Yet to be a first score touchdown today. It's fake. If I was the coach for the Saints, I'd trade for the new quarterback. Yeah, that's also a good idea. I wouldn't have gave Derek Carr, $160 million, whatever the hell they gave him, 140, 120. Wow. What? A.T. fucking Perry? That's a joke. He was probably plus 700. How do you get cooked like that versus A.T. Perry? That ball is out in Jacksonville for an incomplete pass. I cannot believe the Falcons just got cooked on an A.T. Perry fade route. First down, first down in New England. Dude, wow, they're challenging the ruling on the field in Tennessee that it was a catch, control. Jeez, that is, I would not want to be a ref looking at that play. Because he does catch it. It's in slow-mo, though, so when you watch it in real time, it looks incomplete. But when you slow it down, it looks like a catch. It was possessed. He has his 2 feet. He's controlling it to the ground, and then it comes out. I don't know. That is really tough, and the rules change every week. So we got a 7-7 ball game in New Orleans. 7-0 Bengals, 7-0 Lions. Lions already got the ball back. Dude, are the Vikings just fucking trash? I'm confused. Are they just going to, like, lose out? Like, they have a chance. If they win today and the Packers lose and the Seahawks lose, the Vikings are in. What?
I was gonna go Jim Mixon's rushing. Like it was like 46. He only had 39 rushing yards. Instead of receiving, like a bozo. Wow, that's all he needs to hit.
So it's a Vrabel challenge. The ruling on the field was a catch. Even though it popped up on the screen, the graphic said 4th and 6, 4th and 7.
Dude, the Browns are
Luke Royce.
shit.
I got Brees Hall anytime. Is that stupid? I mean, sweating a touchdown in New England was not a fun spot to be in today.
Brees looked like he's being tired out.
Lions are out here getting cooked, or Vikings are out here getting cooked, and the Lions don't even care. Looks red zone for the Jets. Brees Hall carrying the squad all the way down under the 10-yard line. 4th and 9 for the Browns. They're putting the rock. We got 4 minutes left in Foxborough. 4:12 left in Cincinnati. A lot of 4 to 5 minute marks. 1st and goal for the Jets, dude. Bengals are going to start their drive from their own 34-yard line. They're still reviewing the call in Tennessee. 2nd and goal for the Jets. They're probably just going to kick a field goal is my guess. Now 2nd and goal from the 10. Are you going to drink some water over there, or are you just going to keep coughing? Falcons start their drive off of the Saints touchdown. 2nd and 6 from their own 29-yard line. Jets call a timeout with 2:52 left on the clock. In the first quarter, 3rd and 1 for the Lions at Minnesota's. Like, they're about to make it 10-0 easily, too. They're probably going to get this first down. It's 1st and 1 on Minnesota's 45-yard line. They don't get it. Incomplete pass to Sam Laporta. They're probably going to go for it since they're on the 45 of Minnesota. It's coming down in Foxborough with the snowy snow. Oh, my gosh. So what are the Lions going to do here? They're going to go for it? Like, this is an outrage. The Lions don't have any – this game does not matter because the Cowboys and the Eagles are both going to win, and they need them both to lose. So if someone gets hurt in this dumbass game for Detroit, it makes no sense. And I don't know why oh my gosh, there goes Henry again. I don't know why the Vikings – like, dude, put your nuts on the table. if the Seahawks were to lose and the Packers were to lose, which the whole public thinks is going to happen, you're in the playoffs. I don't think he had enough. But what I don't understand is you have a small back like Jahmyr Gibbs, and 3 guys aren't bringing him down in the backfield. What are we doing? Oh my God, bro! Really gonna have to be sweating. Up, incomplete pass on 3rd down for the Jets. They're gonna take the points because points in this game are impossible to come by. Oh my gosh, as Bijan Robinson goes all the way down 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bijan. Dude, no way. 14-7. Falcons. Let's go. Bijan. Everyone in the chat earlier talking about Bijan. And the community free touchdown plus 110 to go Finn. Bangs in the chat. W in the chat. Bijan Robinson. Anytime touchdown. Thank you, Arthur Smith. Oh my gosh, there goes Joe Mixon. He's going to get 100K in the first quarter. 100K in the first quarter for Joey. Look at him.
Are you running?
All the way.
No, but it's all rushing yards.
I'm pretty sure he just ran for like 40.
His rushing prop is over 49 yards. I'm a fucking jackass.
Big 3rd and 9 for the Titans. Who's it on? False start? Fuck, it's a false start for the Titans. Let's go, Falcons! Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Zach Frogga. C Stein 9220. Dude, these are the goats of the chat. Frogga, C Stein. Now go Finn fucking smacks something home. Luke Garisi smacks. CC Habs 123. Go to the chat. Chef Rhino 0311. Cook job. Go to the chat. $14-0. Just like that for the Lions. The momentum will shift. I guarantee a really good bet right now would be taking live the Vikings with their points or money line, because there's going to come a point in this game where in the second half the Lions aren't going to care. Titans punt. Look at this run, Pete. Bengals red zone. Let's see Jamar Chase pull one down. Wow, a missed extra point for the Lions. Dude, that was almost an interception pulled into a Bijan. I can't believe Bijan beat that guy to the spot at the 15-yard line. It looked like he was definitely going to get that safety. Looked like he definitely had the angle. 3-0 Jets. Do we still have zeros in Carolina? Yep. Baker Mayfield just fumbled, but they recovered. Oh my gosh, 4th and 16 from their own 30 for Bucks. They're going to be punting 0-0 into the first quarter. We have a barn-burning sweat in Carolina. Come on, Panthers plus 4.5. Come on, Falcons plus 3. Come on, Titans plus 5. Come on, Vikings plus 3.5. Come on, Bengals minus the 7. Come on. A little 5-1 ATS to start the day would be nice. That would be nice. Our goal for the 1 o'clock slate, 6 games. Let's go 5-1 against the spread. We want to go, that's the goal of the morning. Go 5-1 against the spread for the 1 o'clock slate, NFL Week 18. That's the goal here. That's the goal. Baker's limping. I knew that game would be sketchy. Luke Roy says Jalen Reed anytime, CD anytime. Gavin at 4 o'clock. This is what's going to happen. Jalen Reed anytime, CD anytime. I love it, bro. We're on CD, faux show. Steve, Joe Mixon has caught a 7-yard touchdown.
Wait, so that hits his thing with 7 yards.
And his celebration was just like he knew.
We knew. We said it. I know she should have been not bad. Now he's probably going to be benched. I'm fucked.
Wait, hold on. We're about to give away our second quarter free bet, so drop your favorite anytime touchdown scorer into the chat. G-Fen just hit his. Hold on, I want to film this. Hold on one sec. This is so funny. Alrighty.
You got a question from TFX.
Where at?
Would you rather
rather
go to
get-
Atlanta and beat the Falcons instead of hosting the Packers?
I'd probably rather go to Atlanta to beat the Falcons. Like Desmond Ritter's trash. Arthur Smith's an idiot, so he'll find a way to fumble. I feel like there's like an explosive factor with the Packers, and Jordan Love, like we saw on Thanksgiving, can win any game on any day if they show up to play. And Christian Watson, Jalen Reed, Romeo Dobbs is a 3-headed monster that's going to grow. Let's go, Chandler. Yeah, I'd rather play Atlanta on any turf.
Chandler?
14-0 Bengals. This is easy -7. This is an easy -7. So Falcons Saints, 3rd and 7 already with 2:21 on the game clock. We got the Falcons plus a 3. Derek Carr steps back, finds a man to the Falcons 45-yard line. Jeff Driscoll already put himself in a 2nd and 17, winding down the end of the first quarter. Looks like he just saw a ghost. Bengals 14-0. Joe Mixon just hit his $100,000 incentive for 2+ touchdowns. 3rd and 30? What? Vikings get it. Let's go. Panthers 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 49-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Saints. 2nd and 8 for the Jets. When are we going to get that Patriots anytime touchdown? 3rd and 10 for the Browns. End of the first quarter. Drop your favorite anytime touchdown scores into the chat so we can pick someone for a free $25 bet. Seven-three ball game started the second quarter in Tennessee. Sweaty. 2nd and 8. It's hard to even see in Foxborough. Trevor Simeon's running around back there somewhere. 3rd and 1 is picked up by the Saints. Looks like they're going to go right down and also try to tie this ball game up at 14's end of the first quarter in New Orleans. Jets are punting. Pats will probably get good field position. 3rd and 6 for the Jags. 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. End of the first quarter. That needs to be figured out for Minnesota. Just throw the ball to Jay Jettis. Salah's not going to win this game, is he? 1st down, Jags. Driscoll steps back. Ball incomplete. Oh my gosh.
Did he get in?
No. Dude, idiot. Oh my gosh, idiot. That's not a touchdown. I don't think it's a touchdown. Crazy. Crazy play in Carolina. Deep ball, Calvin Ridley touchdown. Loved Calvin Ridley today. He had 2 touchdowns, I think, the last time he played the Titans this year. Or at least a touchdown in a good game. Deep ball to Calvin Ridley. Tennessee takes the lead. Dude, this thing stays squeaking. Bruh. Deep ball, 10-7, Jags. 4th and 6 for the Vikings, down 13-0. Vikings, bro. Vikings. Yeah, I mean, Bucks have the ball. Baker Mayfield's back on the field. So what's going to happen in Minnesota? They're going to. Wow, they went for it. Nick Mullins, 6 yards, gets it. Illegal contact, too, on the defense. First down, and on the. I'm going to that game full. We're taking a trip to Detroit. How is it this far behind? What is our second quarter community live bet? Matthew Staler was crying with his Panthers. Looks like he's retiring. I made a parlay on this. Bro. Luke Russell. Wild, bro. It's a Ted_FX. Indeed, with the touchback. Nick Mullins putting his body on the line. We got 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Let's sling it. Oh my gosh. Why'd he stop running? Addison doing? Flea flicker. Gets him to jump. Bro, why'd you stop? Bro! Why'd he stop running? He literally just missed. So now it's setting up a 3rd and like 6. They're toast. They're toast. They are toast. They're toast. They're toast. They are toast. The Vikings are toast. Nick Mullins, can you do something for me? 3rd and 6, 13-0 ball game. You got to get frisky here. Sling it. Bro, that guy was... There's a flag, I believe, in the secondary. We get a fake flag. Let's go. Holding on the defense. Let's go, Luke. Now what? We are fully invested into Detroit. 12:29 on the game clock. 1st and 10. Ball on the 30. Dan Campbell's flipping shit. First and goal for the Bengals on the 10-yard line. 3rd and 2 at midfield. Oh my gosh, Nick Mullins, deep ball, 22 yards to Jefferson. Why couldn't it just been a touchdown? Patriots in the red zone. Is that a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown? Ball on the 1 getting reviewed? It has to be. Is it Taysom? Taysom? Or is it going to be 3-3 in New England and it's literally bound to go to overtime and in a tie, like we said? Who scored the touchdown in New Orleans? Was it Taysom? Kendre Miller. Who the fuck is Kendre Miller? Like, what? Not Jamal Williams, not Taysom Hill, Kendre Williams. Dude, Jefferson has so much space. Oh my God, dude. He just made 48 look silly. Oh my gosh. That was unreal. 48 literally just tackled a ghost. Nick Mullins, 6 for 10, 83 yards. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing with that handoff? Wasting first down. Yep, Pat's 4th and 4, kicking a field goal. Titans, all the way down to Jacksonville, 26. Bro, what are the Vikings doing? What are the Vikings doing? Who just caught the touchdown?
Kendra Miller, the Saints.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. It's 21-0. That -7 was so free.
Holy shit.
Hutchinson just fucking smacked. Panthers ball, they're punting. Bucks gonna start their drive. Already 9:13 left on the clock. 14-14 Falcons Saints. I'm surprised it's as high scoring as it is. Ryan Tannehill and the Titans, dude, they're cooking with gas. They're going to retake the lead. You watch. They're at least going to tie the ball game 10-10. Bro, how do you not get it off? They're about to, get forced out of field goal range. What are the Vikings doing? Third and goal from the 25. Slings it out to Jay Jetta's. Guy blows his block. All right, we're getting 3 points. Good God. Let's just keep it close with the Lions. It's going to be 13-3. Field goal is good by Greg Joseph. Derrick Henry, 18-yard touchdown. Titans take the lead. Titans take the lead. Titans take the lead. Falcons 14-14. Still no blood drawn in Carolina. 9-13 there. 11 in New Orleans. 9 minutes and 30 now in a tied 3-3 ball game in Foxborough. 14-10 Titans. 13-3 Lions. 9:20 left and 9:20 left after the Bengals kickoff. All right. Come on, baby. I can't believe Shark fumbled into the end zone, bro. Shark, what are we doing? Vrabel's out for blood, bro. All right, 3rd and 9 for the Panthers on their own 21. A little wide receiver screen. Gets upfield pretty nicely, but still short by about 3 yards. Derrick Henry, that was an 18-yard rushing touchdown. Running backs are feeding today. Fucking Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Bijan Robinson, already all scoring touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, Mixon, Henry. Good God, dude. Sometimes it's wide receiver days, sometimes it's running back days. This afternoon, is it going to be Aaron Jones, James Conner, Kenneth Walker? There's honestly not enough running backs playing this afternoon. Between the Chiefs, Rams, Niners, Eagles, Raiders, Broncos, it's they're a little different than Bijan and Gibbs and King Henry. Bijan bruising in the trenches. to the flat once again. Bijan Robinson's having himself a day. Dude, I can't believe the Falcons defense hasn't shown any life. How do we not show any life? Now the Bucs are moving towards midfield. Starting to get hard to see. Oh my gosh, Garrett Wilson. Deep shot down the sideline. Jags return their kick back to the 15. We have a 4th and 5. The Falcons are punting. That's going to be a barn burner till the final minutes of the game. Saints will start their drive from their own 20-yard line. We got Jeff Driscoll back on the field from his own 25, 1st and 10. He slings one up. They get a nice little gain. Cedric Tillman. Montgomery still running the rock. If I was a Detroit fan, I would be pretty upset right now that the main fellas aren't just kicking back. Because the Cowboys aren't losing. The Eagles aren't going to lose to the Cardinals than the Giants. So it's the Lions, this game is pointless. Trevor Lawrence steps back from his own 24. It wasn't to the 15, excuse me. The kick was returned to the 24. Jets are driving. Bucs are driving. $21-0 bangs. 3rd and 8 for the Lions. That could be huge. The Vikings could get a stop here. And then go down and throw a touchdown to Jay Jettas. Mike Evans scored right here. Then we go to the 4 o'clock slate. Jeff Driscoll's still throwing a ghost. 3rd and 8 from their own 31 after ETN up the middle. Loss of 4. 3rd and 8, setting up 3rd and 8 for the... Actually, it was just back to the line of scrimmage. I just got ESPN. 3rd and 4, not 3rd and 8. Just watch the play there. Baker Mayfield from the 24. Can you find Mike Evans? That's not Mike Evans. That's Godwin. Dude, I would go for it. You guys are going to take 3, I guess? Oh. Bucs are taking 3. 3rd and 4 for Peterson, Doug Peterson. Massive 3rd and 8 in Detroit. Gotta get a stop. Come on. Nice. Oh my gosh, intercepted in Tennessee. Vrabel's cooking with gas. They're on the Jags fucking 36-yard line. Vrabel's cooking with gas. We need the Falcons to get a stop. We need the Vikings right here to get the rock and get points on the board before half. Dude, the Falcons defense looks cupcake, and they have no Alvin Kamara. Saints no Alvin Kamara. Why does the Falcons defense look so cupcake? A.T. Perry and Kendre Miller, anytime touchdowns. Falcons, what are we doing? Playoffs on the line. Lions punt. Oh my God. Vikings are going to get the ball at the 1 yard line. Nice. Taysom Hill tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, going to set up a 2nd and 11. Need the Falcons to show some grit. Titans are showing grit. Vikings are going to start from their own 2 yard line. There is now around 6 minutes left in all these games besides the Bucs. 4:13 on the clock. We're going till halftime, so remember, let's run through our anytime touchdown scores for the 4 o'clock slate. In MetLife, we're rolling with Boston Scott for an anytime touchdown. Here, let's... All right, we're cooking TDs for 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we love, like we said, we like CeeDee Lamb. We like Boston Scott. People were talking Carson Wentz anytime touchdown earlier in San Fran. I don't know if there's an actual solid pick there in San Fran. A lot of guys are going to be coming on and off the field. So CeeDee Lamb in Washington, Boston Scott in MetLife. What else are we thinking? A.J. Brown, incredibly due. I'm seeing a lot of Kenneth Walker. I hope that A.J. Brown stays on the field enough, though, Week 18. Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson, Jalen Hurts, CD, and Barkley. Yeah, Barkley's a good shout. I feel like if the Giants are scoring, it's Barkley. A lot of Kenneth Walker talks. Puka TD to break the rookie record. Now we're cooking with some gas. Puka TD. So obviously A.J. Brown's due. But I don't know how much he's going to be on the field. CeeDee Lamb. I mean, if he wanted to, he should have 5 today. Boston Scott, we're obviously riding. Puka could be a good shout. Barkley could be a good shout. How about in Green Bay? DJ Moore in Green Bay. We're going to roll Puka in that San Fran game since we didn't have an absolute maybe sprinkle of Carson Wentz if he gets frisky with his feet. Robinson up with a Allen and a Bills money line. I don't think Smith. Yeah, Devontae Smith is not playing. So when we look at the breakdown of the games, remember, for the 4 o'clock slate, we have the Raiders -3. We have the Seahawks -3. We have the Packers -3. We have the Rams +4, the Chargers -3, and the Eagles -4.5. We're trying to go 4-1 against the spread at the 1, or 5-1 against the spread currently at the 1 o'clock slate. There's a 2nd and 10 deep ball from Ryan Tannehill is no good. 3rd and 6, the Saints run it at midfield. I don't know what that's supposed to set up. Wow. Vikings get out of their own end zone. All right. So there's talks of DK or Kenneth Walker in Arizona. Trey McBride could also be a shout. Obviously, that's the Seahawks defense recently has been fucking brutal. Boston Scott and Philly. Puka in San Fran. Green Bay is going to be a big game. Could roll 2 there. I like DJ Moore. Romeo Dobbs could be a shout. Aaron Jones is definitely a shout. Barkley 2. James Conner says Crazy Joe 6854. Not Baker 1. Barkley for 2. I like Barkley for 1. I don't know if I'm going to get crazy with 2. They said Puka only playing to get 4 receptions and 24 yards for a rookie contract. Puka anytime could be frisky. Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler. I love that. I love that. Aaron Jones anytime. Eckler anytime. We were just saying how today feels like a running back day. Scott anytime. Lamb. We like. Puka. McBride feels due, but what if we rolled Kenneth Walker? Devontae Smith is unfortunately not playing. Connor Walker, DJ Moore. In LA. In Green Bay. In New York. In Washington. In SF. What does the odds look like for anytime touchdown scores in Las Vegas? Did DeAndre Hopkins catch that? Holy shit. DeAndre Hopkins is going crazy today. John Harbaugh became a coach in what year for a trivia question? Oh my gosh, Okonkwo. Okonkwo to the 10. Okonkwo to the 7. First and goal, Tennessee, Mike Vrabel. Cooking with gas. All right, we're about to lock in these touchdown scores for the 4 o'clock slate. Is it Kenneth Walker for... What did these games look like last year between the Cardinals and the Seahawks? Let's just cook real quick. Let's just dive in the lab real quick for the Cardinals and Seahawks. Anytime touchdowns. Big game, big playoff implication. 4. Let's go, Vikings. Let's get points before the half for the Vikings, dude. Come on. 3rd and 10 at their own 26 for Tampa Bay. I'm waiting for my computer to load. Atlanta has the rock back, 14-14, 2nd and 9. That's going to be a barn burner till the end. Till the end. So earlier this year, Cardinals, Seahawks. The Seahawks won 20-10. Jackson Smith and Jigba scored the first touchdown. Jake Bobo scored the second touchdown. Kenneth Walker had 105 rushing yards. Tajee Spears gets in for his second touchdown. So you're telling me Tajee Spears has 2 touchdowns and Derrick Henry has 1 touchdown. Titans are cooking. Jags are on the fucking doorstep of elimination time. We had the Titans +5. Wow, this is crazy. So this means that the Bills, even though the NFL wants the Jags, obviously a lot of ball game left, but NFL wants the Jags to win, also get playoff clinching berth with the Jaguars loss. 21-10, a lot of ball game left. 3rd and 9, Falcons run the football. 2nd and 18, what the hell happened in Detroit? Justin Jefferson looks like he got held. Let's see last year's ball games between the Cardinals. So last year in Arizona, the Seahawks won. Kenneth Walker had 2 touchdowns. DK Metcalf had a touchdown. The Seahawks won 31-21. It was Geno Smith versus Kyler Murray. Zach Ertz caught a touchdown in that game, making me think about Trey McBride. Gosh darn it. Vikings are punting, bro. So, is it Kenneth Walker, chat? I begged you guys to take Spears. Look at the logs. I'll give you another lock for mate games. Stand by. Dude, I recalled you saying Tajee Spears, Blue Rag 13. I remember you saying Tajee Spears. I read it out. I said, Tajee Spears, anytime touchdown. And now he has 2. Justin Jefferson looks pissed. Dude, the Vikings need to wake up as the Bengals get an interception all the way down the sideline. That game is an absolute shit show. All right, Saints get the ball back before half. Lions returning the punt. Bro. Lions are starting their drive from the 18. What happened to the punt in Atlanta? The Saints have the ball on the back. All right, we're riding it. We're riding it. We're riding it. We are riding it in Arizona. A lot of 4 o'clock games. So we have in Green Bay, in LA, in New York, in Washington, in San Fran, and in Arizona. Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler, Boston Scott, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, and Kenneth Walker. Fringe guys we were talking about. A.J. Brown we were talking about. Saquon Barkley and DJ Moore. All right, let's do a quick rundown of the 4 o'clock tutties. 4 o'clock tutties. Touchdown scores for the 4 o'clock. In Green Bay, we have Aaron Jones for an anytime touchdown. Then we travel to LA for an anytime touchdown, Austin Eckler. In New York, we have Boston Scott. In Washington, in New York, we have a Boston Scott anytime touchdown. In Washington, we have a CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown. In San Francisco, we have a Puka Nacua anytime touchdown. In Arizona, we have a Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. And that just so wraps it up. In Green Bay, an Aaron Jones anytime touchdown. In San Fran, a Puka Nacua anytime touchdown. In Washington, a CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown. In Los Angeles, Austin Eckler anytime touchdown. Boston Scott anytime touchdown today. In New York, and in Arizona, a Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. We are about 2 minutes out from halftime of all these games. Oh my gosh, that was almost a pick six for Bryce Young. Still 3-0 game, 4th and 10. They're punting the ball. Luke, quick question. What do we got? Yeah, we need Evans. And I know Jefferson's going to score in the second half. If Shark just would have scored that touchdown and didn't fumble in the end zone, there would be a little more pressure. A little more pressure than there is right now for the Bucs. Second and 10 stops the clock in Detroit. Vikings have all 3 timeouts, 2:31 on the clock until half. Second and 10, 18 seconds on the play clock. Today's stream is only going till halftime of the games. We were here yesterday afternoon, I should say, about the Steelers and Colts game. Jahmyr Gibbs handoff up the middle for a gain about 5. Going to set up a 3rd and 5, bringing us down to the 2-minute warning in Detroit. We will be stay tuned because we will be setting. We'll be having some streams. Midfield for the Bucs. Minute on the clock. We'll have some streams probably set up around for the playoff times. That is unscheduled and unclear as of yet. But it's been a very lovely NFL season thus far. NFL Week 18, sweating 6 1 o'clock games. Baker Mayfield, 45 seconds on the clock, throws it out to Rashad White. He gets out of bounds really close to the first down. 40 seconds on the clock. Bucs have all 3 timeouts. Why not take some shots over the top in the middle of the field? The Saints are driving in because of the field position that the punter for Atlanta gave them. We're out of the 2-minute warning. Saints on the 22. Dude. Call timeout. Why aren't the Bucs calling one of their timeouts? They have 3 timeouts. They had to have called it. Fight breaks out at midfield versus pack between the Panthers and Bucs. What is going on, dude? Luke Lauricia says, I redeemed trivia. Derek Carr steps back, 1st and 10. He lofts one up, out of bounds, uncatchable ball, stops the clock, 2nd and 10, minute 50 on the clock. We have 21-0 ball game in Cincinnati, 21-10 in Tennessee, 13-3, 2-minute warning for Detroit, 6-3 Jets, 14-14 1st and 10 for the Saints, 3-0 Bucks. This is as sweaty as it gets. Wouldn't want it any other way. Or NFL Week 18. Midfield 1st and 10. Get out of bounds, Buccaneers. We're still hoping and praying for that Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Let's see if we can get a stop for the Falcons before half. We were just up 14-7. Now they're taking a halftime lead of 21-14. But I'm never worried about my team going against a Dennis Allen team, that's for sure. 1st down, Bucks, 18 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10. Did he get inbounds? Dude, what are the Falcons doing? 2nd down, minute left. It's now setting up. They're going to run the ball here. About a 2nd and 4. And the 1st down's on the 2-yard line.
Trivia question for you. John Harbaugh became a coach in what year?
2001. That's my guess.
The final answer?
Like a head coach or like a coach in general?
I think he meant to say head coach.
I'll guess 2000, 2006.
2008. That was close.
Oh,
That was so close. Debuted against the Bengals, winning 17-10. Finished the season 11-5 with a wild card berth. Yeah. That was a good guess.
did Laporta just get hurt? No, it's Laporta. Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude. The Lions are so dumb. Laporta's hurt. Oh my gosh, dude, they held him to a field goal. Oh my gosh, Trevor Lawrence is throwing another interception. All right, they left 56 seconds for the Falcons to maybe cook something up. Field goal is good. We'll take that. Held them to a field goal. That's massive. Jared Goff steps back on a 2nd and 2. What happened to the Bucs drive? It's now 3rd and 17. They're going to have to hit a deep field goal. 3rd and 1 for the Lions. Minute 30 on the clock. Handoff to Gibbs gets blown up. Call timeout, Falcons. Let's go. We got a minute and 25 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts. Pick apart this secondary for Detroit. Laporta just got hurt. Lawrence just threw a pick. We're basically less than a minute in all games. Besides the Bengals, who are up 24-0. Panthers are going to go to halftime first. Jets, I think, are about to attempt a field goal from the Patriots' 30-yard line. Zerline, I said that leg of Zerline's was going to be a problem today. Dude, the Bucs aren't going to get any points. 3rd and 17. Are they still going to try to attempt a field goal? I guess so. It's 4th and 17 now with 4 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 10 after the Lawrence interception. Dude, Tajee Spears is just cooking them. Tajee Spears. Greg Zuerlein's trying to mark a spot in Foxborough on a 4th and 9, 26 seconds left. And the Titans are cooking. Titans are it's gonna look like they're trying to make it a 28-10 ball game. Not catching that football. We're watching New Orleans, a little slant route. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, if you would have broke through there, that would have been great. All right, good field position for the Vikings finally. 2nd and 10 for Ritter. Dude, it is snowing hard in Foxborough. Oh, my gosh. 0 awareness from Tannehill. He gets sacked. They're probably just going to bring it into half now. 49-yard attempt. Snowy game in Foxborough. Desmond Ritter steps back, 2nd and 10. Dude, you got to sling it. What is that? Oh, my God, what a ball. What a ball. Whole sideline for New Orleans is bitching about bobbling. Kyle Pitts, catch. 1st down, midfield, 46 seconds left on the clock. That's clearly a catch. No good. No good from Zuerlein. Still a 6-3 ball game in Foxborough. Bijan Robinson stumbles towards midfield. Dude, that was hilarious. Like the ref literally had to turn around and was looking at the posts.
No visibility. Man.
No visibility. Dude, that was an insane miss. That literally just missed for Zuerlein. Look at Belichick, dude. He's a snowman. Oh my gosh. Deep ball. That's PI. Oh my God. London's definitely hurt off of that. 3rd and 14. Tannehill. 30 yards. All right, we're buzzing all around right now. Gosh, that looked bad for Drake London. Let's go, Jay Jettis to midfield. Need at least a 13-6 ball game at half for the Vikings. We have life if it's 13-6. Especially now, they're going to go to the locker room and be like, what the fuck are we doing? I wish the Eagles or the Cowboys were playing at 1 o'clock because, if the Cowboys were just up 28-0 right now in Washington, they would see that at half. Oh my gosh, a debacle. A special teams debacle in Tennessee. No way with 22 seconds left. That's so bad. That's actually so bad. Ball on the 35. Just keep feeding Jay Jettis. Ty Chandler out in the flat. Dude, they're going to score a touchdown. The punter just dropped it in Tennessee. So now they're going to get the ball. Jaguars are going to get the ball after 2 interceptions. Still going to be a 1-possession game possibly if they can make the field goal. Oh my gosh. We got a man in Atlanta. 31 seconds left. Go over the top. You got 2 timeouts. Falcons are buzzing. Yeah, it's going to be an easy field goal. It's going to be an 8-point game going into Tennessee halftime. Easy field goal. Nice check down, Ritter. He gets out of bounds. 26 seconds left. Why not go over the top? I don't understand when teams... So we got 26 seconds on the clock. You know the middle of the field has to be open. I don't understand why they... right here, you're on the same side of the field. Look over the top. Oh my gosh, Mullins just got sacked. That's so bad. All right, there you go. Slant, middle of the field. Call your timeout now. First down. Let's go. Let's go. Falcons? Desmond Ritter putting on a little bit of a drive here. I can't believe that we just lost 9 yards from Mullins. Something you could not do there. Overtime still in full effect in New England after that missed field goal. 9 seconds left in Tennessee. Big plays in both New Orleans and Minnesota before half. Incomplete. Dude, what are we doing? Oh my gosh. At this point on the third down, you gotta just get yards. Like on this third down and 19, run the ball. Get 5 yards. Get into good field position for a field goal. Go into half, down a touchdown. The Bucs hit the field goal before half to make it 6-0. Nice. All right. They got 6 yards. 12-25. It's going to be a touchdown game going into half. Detroit has to let up on like playing Amon-Ra St. Brown and like, you know, Laporta's not going back in. So like they need to relax. We will take 13-6 at half after dropping down 13-0, 6 unanswered. Falcons going to kick the field goal, make it a tie ball game. It's been a lovely stream. We are going to watch and sweat the second halves from the comfort of our own living rooms. It's been a pleasure. We will figure out the schedule for the playoffs. NFL Week 18. We talked about the 4 o'clock slate, the 4 o'clock anytime touchdown scores. We know what we have at the 1 o'clock slate and what we are sweating. We appreciate each and every single one of you here in the chat right now. You guys are the OGs. You guys are the GOATs, sweating along with us. The first 2 hours of the rundown is always swell, always a good time. Greg Joseph, kick is up, and it's down the middle. The Jags are about to kick their field goal. Koo hits the field goal for the Saints. We got 17-17, 13-6 in Minnesota, in Detroit. Come on, Minnesota. Come on, Minnesota. Come on, Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown. I cannot wait to watch this 4 o'clock slate. It's been a pleasure. We will see you next time. Stay tuned. NFL Week 18. Good luck to everyone in the chat on sweating their bets. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good Sunday.